Welcome out, ladies and gentlemen, to this RGL Highlander Season 15 Grand Finals matchup between Team Fun and Fast Fourth. I am Zagron, joined by Voxday to my side, Alto on analysis tonight, and Dolphin behind the camera as always. How are you guys doing for this Grand Finals?
I am doing awesome. I'm excited. It's been a really fun season getting to see these all these different teams come together and show some awesome matches, and now we're finally here at the grand finals. The two best teams during the regular season, of course, the two best teams coming into the grand finals.
Yeah, really happy to be here. We've been through so much this season, all three of us, really no, it's good to it's fun to come in at the end. I mean, I've been keeping track of things. I think it's kind of the new version of El Clasico right now. AD versus Fast Fourth, feels vaguely like one of those matchups. So happy to be here, looking forward to see how it goes. I mean, hoping that we can see Fast Fourth pull something special off here.
Yeah, and we do have a pretty big shake-up in the map selection from the beginning. They notably banned Proot instantly, a decision I'm very happy with them because, again, Team Fun are just very clearly the best team on Proot, and it's not even close. So because of that, we're going to be on Swiftwater first. So last week, or rather for the previous upper bracket finals match, there was no stopwatch. We're getting some stopwatch tonight, and it's one of my favorite maps in Highlander. I think this is a good one to kind of see if Fast Fourth show up more than they did on Proot. I think it puts a lot of faith that they might be closer on their other maps as well if they made those improvements. But Swiftwater, I definitely think they have a bigger chance on it than Proot.
Yeah, I think this is definitely going to be a fun one. Getting to see Swiftwater being played, and I really do think that there's a path here for Fast Fourth. Definitely Team Fun still come in here as the favorites, as they've been pretty much all season long. But with Swiftwater, there's some upset potential during the upper bracket finals. So Product is going to be the second map we'll see. That's a guarantee. So Team Fun did take a couple of rounds off of, Fast Fourth did take a couple of rounds off of Team Fun. So there's a path, maybe not to a 2-0 here, but if it gets to Asheville, from what we saw in some scrims before the lower bracket final, Fast Fourth was playing pretty hard against Team Fun, and so I don't know. There's a path here to reset the bracket.
I mean, not having kind of been checked in all season, going off of what I saw on Saturday when we had the lower bracket finals match between Blinky and Fast Fourth, I honestly was not too impressed by Fast Fourth's Koth, if I'm being completely honest. They won their match, they won that map, they won it 4-1, but I don't think it was the cleanest 4-1. A lot more predicated on Blinky failing to capitalize on the openings that they gave, rather than, outright dominance by Fast Fourth. And Team Fun, whether or not it's Team Fun or, 3600 or 45, some multiple of 9, right, that you're looking at, they've always had this play style where they're never going to play perfect. They're not the team that's going to lock you out 3 minutes to none on a Koth map, but they're going to play the odds well enough that they're going to win, 80% of those fights. And yeah, sometimes they may overextend a little bit on a forward hold, but they're milking time. They'll lose the point, but then they're going to put together a really good repush. And with the amount of openings I saw in Fast Fourth's Koth gameplay, I'm a little concerned. Their payload, however, seemed much cleaner, which puts high hopes for me on Swiftwater, which seems definitely a little out of character as a Team Fun pick. Obviously they know themselves better than we would, but I'm very interested to see how Swiftwater goes because I think it's going to be very much setting a tone for the match, even if, as you said, it may not be that 2-0 for Fast Fourth. If they can show signs of life on Swiftwater, I think it's going to translate well into Koth. But if Swiftwater, kind of goes really one-sided, I think you might see this match end a little bit earlier than we may hope it does.
Definitely. And before all the players get finished loading into the servers, we do have a couple of announcements. First of all, the 4v4 Pastime Cup signups open for one more day. They will close on the 8th tomorrow. Tournament going to be taking place this upcoming weekend, Saturday and Sunday. So if you're interested in some pastime competitive gameplay, looks really interesting. It's a big departure from, game modes competitive T2 players are normally used to. So if you're looking for a bit of a fun weekend, something fun to do, check out the Pastime Cup.
Vox heard me kind of shill this on Saturday. You said it seems like a fun time. It is a fun time. It's like b-ball on steroids. It's definitely very different. It's much more movement based. You have a little bit more kind of short-term strategy, because it's not just, everyone run for the basket at all times and try to get in. You've got offense, you've got defense, you've got insane aerial plays. It's kind of like, if you took Ulti Duo, I feel like, and fleshed it out a little bit more. Absolute blast to play. If you haven't, definitely check it out. There's an official Discord that you can join. I know tons of people are holding pugs. Try to get in on it, play it a little bit, and guarantee you it'll be something new.
Sounds great. And we also have merch. New cycle of merch is out. You can check it out on the RGL merch shop. All the proceeds do go towards helping RGL run, pay its people, production, the in-house artist team, as well as certain players. All the proceeds go towards helping TF2. We had a lot of cool designs this cycle. It's a very new set of merch, came out, within a month. So a lot of these designs are fresh. A lot of cool ones, a lot of things that are interesting if you want to try to pick them up. So again, check out the RGL merch shop.
Yeah, get them on hoodies, shirts. We got stickers available. Just pick something up to get something cool to wear. Support the league. I don't know. It's a win-win situation. I don't know. I've said it multiple times, but it's grand finals. Hopefully, some new viewers out there. That crab design, I think, there seems to be a similar design on the different runs of merch. I just love that art style. That's one. I think it's up on the screen right now. I always got to shout that out. I love it. The artists do such a great job.
Yeah, and again, it really feels like they're kind of honing in on the aesthetic that I think players really want. I mean, not gonna say I'm not a weeb, but the two-fort kind of skeleton, little bit of the Japanese for some flavor, black and white background. That is sharp. As Fox, as you said. It's the type of shirt you could wear to meet your girlfriend's parents.
Exactly. Slick back your hair, wear a bow tie with a t-shirt, that kind of look.
TF2 players and girlfriends, what a revelation. But with that said, we do have all 18 loaded into the server. I'm pretty sure Dolphin can, put up the rosters. I don't really want to go down them all, one by one, because we've seen these teams, we've seen these players, we know them, we love them at this point, right? And going on just on paper and from what we've seen all this season, yes, Team Fun is the favorites, right? That said, fast forth, plenty of amazing playmakers that can easily shift the tide of a round in their favor. I'm looking at the likes of Blank and Ether, especially, to be huge playmakers all the time. We got Mujet as well, able to consistently win SVSs on that Brazilian ping and just able to be a dominant force.
Yeah, I'm glad you called out Mujet, because I think that kind of steps 1 and 2 for fast forward here, if they want to win, is shutting down the pick classes. I mean, Jacob back on Spy, is his reputation precedes him. Lenny as well is going to make that such a fearsome duo, and I feel like with how well Team Fun's going to be playing, if Lenny and Jacob are allowed to run all over the game, that's the book's open and shut right there. You need to at least be going even with them to enable the other players on fast fourth to make space for their own. So whether or not it's, Mujet and Jay-Z themselves shutting them down, Ether, at least on Swiftwater, Ether getting in, causing a lot of chaos, on bombs, trying to find Lenny to open up those sightlines. There's gonna need to be a lot of sniper pressure here, especially with Team Fun starting on defense, where defensive sniper on Swiftwater can absolutely take over a game if you allow him to stay alive. There's such long angles, and it's so difficult for a lot of classes other than Sniper, Spy, and maybe Soldier to really get on that defensive sniper, that killing him needs to be their first priority on a lot of these pushes.
Yeah, it's I was actually taking a look at the rosters. So I No Mercy is listed as demo, but I think that is Sin Karma. Is that correct? I just want to make sure before. Okay, so we've got Sin Karma is still playing demo. I think the roster might have shown Bowl. So Karma is going to be demo for Team Fun. I don't know. I mean, before I heard a 1 ready up, so hopefully we should be going live pretty soon. But any predictions? Do we want to give a map prediction, a match overall prediction, or how are we feeling? I'm curious to know what we're thinking in the booth.
We should let's limit it to this map.
Yeah, Swiftwater. We're holding on Swiftwater here because I think I'll also mention it in the run-in where, if we do see Fast Fourth come in on Swiftwater and they actually look strong, it bodes well for their chances overall. I'd still say they're not favored to win the map. Team Fun, it's their pick. They're very clearly comfortable on the map. And I think, they're going to win the map. A lot more favor in the predictions for Fast Fourth on here than I remember there being last week on Proot, the pick of Fun. And I think that's fair. it's kind of like close to a 2-to-1 ratio, although it is leaning in Team Fun, you know, leaning out of that 2-to-1 ratio. I do think that Fun are going to win it. Fast Fourth, I don't want to say they're not going around, but it's going to take a lot. If they do come out strong, I think they definitely can take a round.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna agree with you there. I think ultimately their map pick probably more comfortable. I mean, these teams probably scrimmed each other quite a bit on Swiftwater 2 back when it was during the regular season. And I'm gonna say probably a 2-0 in my opinion for Team Fun, but you know, it's one of those things. I could 100% see one of those rounds coming down to the final 15-20 seconds or something like that, where it's gonna be really close, but I think Team Fun just have that edge just enough to close this first map out 2-0.
All right, if we had some other casters, I might have said something about how you youngins don't remember your history. But you guys are as old. You guys are pretty much as old as I am. And you seem to forget that Jacob has a history of things going wrong for him on Swiftwater. That said, I don't think that Fast Fourth is going to take this, but I am going to say there's going to be a 2-1 that goes down here. I think that the classes on Fast Fourth, especially if J-Eazy's allowed to get any room to work at all, can get enough of a snowball going that you're going to see a fast time come out of Fast Fourth. And, you know, fast times are pushable in this map, and I think they are going to be able to hold it. Overall, though, I will say 2-1 for Team Fun.
I mean,
that's fair. All of us pretty close to that 2-1, you know, leaning Team Fun, and I do think that's very well deserved for Team Fun. I think they have a lot going for them here. One of the things I want to look forward to as the Ready Up is through is I want to look at this Demoman matchup when it starts to kick off, because quite frankly, the last time these two teams met, DT was not necessarily a liability, but he was outclassed by Bull quite, you know, handily on that double Koth. Sin Karma, again, no slouch of a Demoman, but Bowl of Mayo just has so much experience playing Demoman for Jacob teams as like a primary Highlander Demoman that I feel like it's easy to kind of come together around him on short notice and, you know, put together a really strong combo, especially for Koth. And I want to see what the Demoman v Demoman is going to look like when it's Sin Karma here going up against DT, who, you know, may be a bit down recently on the performance scale, but still definitely come up here with that Highlander expertise and make a big impact for his team.
Mission begins in 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's going from Bull on Koth to Sin Karma on payloads for Swiftwater, no less.
I can't help but feel like that's a
really
downgrade.
Big gap. Yeah, and I think that I was fairly impressed with what I saw of DT last night. Or Saturday night, excuse me, in that lower bracket final. Seemed really solid and really consistent. I'm not sure if he's necessarily going to come out here swinging, you know, and blow Sin Karma out of the water, as much as Fast Fourth would love him to. But I'm not entirely looking at that as going to be a huge win for Team Fun. Instead, again, I'm really just looking at those pick classes.
Yep, and gates do drop. We're going to be having Fast Fourth starting out on blue side. Team Fun on red. Lenny railing off the first kill of the match. Going to be taking on Rebel on that cart. Now 2x getting pushed up across that bridge. Crit Stickies did get dead, I believe, so no one going to be able to die to those. Mujette doubling up. SVS1 to Lenny can open up a lot of space.
Yeah, and pretty typical hold right now for Team Fun. Passive hold on the sentry. They're going to bring it back, and it looks like they're going to back all the way out 2 seconds. So if you're familiar with playing Swiftwater and like pubs, obviously it looks a little bit different than the defense that you might be used to. Teams are using first oftentimes as a bit of a throwaway, as Lenny gets a headshot onto DT and Mujette trades back. So maybe it's the sniper. I mean, we talked about them earlier, but that sniper battle going back and forth is going to be pretty interesting to watch on this payload.
Big kill happened in the backlines. Jacob actually got found out and taken down. That's out of character for him, but, you know, when that spy does go down on defense, you're not going to be able to call out the combo rotation. Is going to be able to call where the sniper is peeking and when. It's kind of hard to predict what the offense is actually going to try to do here. As I said, the cart is going to get into that tunnel. Combo for Fast Fourth moving up. Looks like they want to trade into the apartments here. They're going to Uber a scout through, see if they can get the force down. Pipes, Air Blast doing a lot of work, and they will get the response out of Casper.
Yeah, the Ubers does come out of the red team, but I mean, they get the Ubers traded, which looks like what they were looking for, but they didn't really get much space out of it. That gun stayed healthy. It looks like they're just going to rotate back over towards the cart and see if they can push it out. I just wish they could have gotten a little bit more done on the gun, and because at that point, you're looking and feeling really good at trying to take this point.
Hyphen's got that level 2 built up, and Wrangle Jay-Z is cloaked in the building near. I wonder if he has the Enforcer to kind of shoot it at far, get it down through the Wrangler. Jacob gonna go down, trying to cross the lines, and Hyphen's gun goes down right after, thanks to that Enforcer. They're gonna try to walk out a tunnel. Melon does go down, so does Blank and Poseidon. They're taking some losses out of the gate. Jay-Z does find a really nice pick onto high ground, and with Lenny and Hunter dying, the combo is wiped. The offense has the players to keep going out here.
Rebel!
DT with, yeah, Rebel tries to go, and he punches Casper of all things, but it's not gonna be enough. They're just gonna lose the point.
Oh man, shout out Rebel running in with the gunslinger and just, oh my god, just I don't know what word I want to use, but yeah, just punches out.
Very funny.
Casper.
It's a funny word.
Yeah. It's a funny word. The Iron Fist, I guess. Oh, that's a different weapon. Either way, the point's gonna get capped. And just cruising along right now. Fast forward. They're looking good. The Uber gets used out. DT getting air blasted back. Does manage to take
Good
the gun,
sticks.
seeing what he can do. Yeah, this is solid.
Catches that Hunter, that Pyro going down means it's hard to deny any spam coming in. Air Blast from Melon will take some space. DT eats a headshot though, and without a retest is going to come out. Poseidon is on this silo, doing a lot of work right here, causing a lot of distraction. And there's Jay-Z with a kill onto Honesty. They're going to sack onto a cart, so close to going over that point, but not quite. Joey will go down in post. It's fine though. Jay-Z, he gets a tap, resets the timer on it, but it will have to be a soft reset. Casper charging up that Uber, and looks like there will be a third defense out here from Team Fun.
Toy is a little lucky, was stuck up in the bats, just kind of hanging out there. So Toy has not been healing for a while. It's pretty far behind now on the Uber. I mean, I know that they did just use it, but just kind of waiting. It looks like they might wait for the Uber before jumping in. No,
Melon gonna try to air blast them off it for the cap. A lot of damage coming in. They're trying it so close. They don't get that capture. I really like the idea there. Toy taking low. Toy trying to back out. Toy's caught out by Joey. Why would you put your medic in that position if you're going for the sack on cart? Just leave. Why are you in the shutter? Oh, that's such a bad blunder from Fast Fourth there. That was looking so good.
Yeah, credit to Team Fun for a great defense on, like you said, a really awesome play. I love to see it, but committing your medic a little bit too far. Now, I mean, at this point, you feel like it looks like we
mental pause, reset.
Yeah. I mean, it just looked like you had to, like, at this point, do you go in for another sack wave and hang on to your medic? Do you wait for your Uber to hit 100%? You just lost so much time off of that mistake.
You should definitely keep going for something here, because you can't just sit there for a minute straight waiting for the Uber as, you know, the cart starts to roll backwards and the defense gets even more set up and takes space on you. If you are Fast Fourth, like, okay, I really like the play they made there to, like, coordinate a sack onto the cart, try to get Melon in there, right-click people off it, get a soldier bomb, just try to get that capture in, be a big nuisance. But again, just committing your medic so far forward there is that's really a round losing play. Like, I'm not saying that they've lost the round quite yet, obviously, because, you know, still very early on to things, but imagine even if they don't get that sack, they just get the pop Uber right now, and all of a sudden they probably cap third with the cart this close. But now they're just stalled another minute. It's looking a lot worse than it was before that sack happened.
Just want to point out, too, that something like that where Toy getting caught out there is kind of emblematic of what we were seeing on that Asheville, that they managed to win 4-1 again in that lower bracket finals, but it's these unforced errors, right? Toy getting caught out in the shutter is something that maybe it's not Toy specifically, right? But mistakes like that are completely avoidable, and we didn't see Blinky punish them for it, and they ended up getting away with it. But against a team like Team Fun, you cannot have these lapses where your medic's getting caught in a shutter like that, because right now they could have Uber and they could be going back in as we unpause.
Yep, they're trying to walk back in through the second point side apartments, trying to get some space here. Jay-Z not able to cross quite yet. Jacob is cloaked up watching. He's going to be able to call exactly where these players are going on the side of Fast Fourth. Looks like they want to drop into the red room, try to get out. Mujet is dead already from an SVS loss. Trying to sack onto the cart, trying to do some damage. Scout doing it, but Lenny rolls up another headshot onto Melon. Can't even get in. Level 3 gun doing some denial, and that's going to be a solid hold from the side of Team Fun.
Yeah, at the very least, I guess they do reset the cart. It did move backward a little bit, but not too much. And, you know, you definitely still want to see what you can get. I mean, it doesn't hurt to have your spy decloak and touch the card or do something like that, but just a full hold for Team Fun. All 9 players alive, 100%
yeah,
on
and
the
I want to
Uber.
point out, this is not a traditional hold. They are not playing the standard bunker. No one is in the bunker right now outside of Hyphen, who's sitting on his gun, which even that is outside. Casper is playing on silos with this Uber. All of this is to support everyone playing on card as the Uber's commands are made.
Yeah, they're so confident with Jacob calling out these locations. Ubers are going to get exchanged on the cart. Jay-Z and Blank will be taken down. Good stab by Jacob on a 4K, taking down that heavy in post. Now contest happening in the choke point. Fast Fourth are just getting pushed back. They don't get any space off of that Uber pop, and Cart has started to roll very far back. Mujette does fire back with a big headshot onto Honesty, and Jacob no longer able to call, but they need some cap time. Fast Fourth need to get in here with this 3-man advantage.
Yeah, I mean, shouts out to Ether, managed to go in and make some space and get a couple of kills. Hopefully, Fastworth can take advantage of it, because still they're only 4 up. Now the respawn wave comes in.
Yeah,
maybe they
dead.
can get in quick enough. Yeah, the gun's down. Poseidon doing work there too. You got the numbers, and they looks like they are going to finish this one off finally.
Yep, capture coming through. Like Alto mentioned, that hold from Team Fun is very unorthodox. We don't really see teams spread that far out on third. And once the first domino falls, they'll kind of just get sandwiched in that low ground. So Cap does come through 554 through 3. Definitely favorable toward the defense right now. So Team Fun laying on a good time at the start. Bomb over the top, big rockets from Joey Lemons. Just 2 shots. Toy not able to react at all. Sack coming through to try to get anything back. But we do see Medic for Team Fun is very safe on this ramp. Big play bit there by Soldier of Team Fun.
Yeah, no stress right now for Casper. Mujet did just respawn, and now Ether too, so maybe play a little bit more passive, a little bit more scared now that, those sight lines are going to come up. Mujet, oh, here comes, Ether bombing over the top. He tries to get something done, but just good defense there from Team Fun, and the Sentry providing some work. So they are just continuing to push the cap forward with an aggressive Uber.
Good reflect from Melon, just skyboxes that Ubered Soldier, and Toy trying to juke out. There's a scout on top of them, but will be able to escape with his life, and 60% Uber. Now we are going to see cart sacks come in. A lot of damage being dealt on these players. Pyro popped up, taken down. Blank now on a 5K. Rockhold ran out, Honesty doing a lot of work. DT going to get taken down in the open. They need to regroup on the side of Fast Fourth right here. Jay-Z, big stab onto Lenny, going to open things up. Open sightlines now for Mujet to try and work in this house angle. And now with spawns and 90% Uber, we're going to see Fast Fourth take some space.
Yeah, getting forward right now, playing on the other side of the fence. Joey's bombing in, goes over the top, forces the Uber out of Toy. So this Uber is not what they wanted. Blank is going to go forward, manage to find Hyphen. The gun did go down too. Yeah, now with Casper not having Uber, there's still potential here.
Big heavy play, Poseidon dropping in, gets the kill into Honesty, makes a lot of space. Blank now with a beam attached to him, trying to make some more space, and on the cart being 2x, they do get that capture. 744, that's definitely a recovery push from the side of Fast Fourth right now. They are going to be able to reset here, get this Uber charging, and go for at least a decent time.
Yeah, I did have a little bit of fear that Team Fun were going to try to commit because Casper was so close to Uber, but I think this is the smart play. Just back up, make sure you are there to protect your NG, get a level 3 up, and just really try your best to shave a few additional minutes off of last so that, you can make things easier whenever you're swapping over to the offensive side because, like you said, it's a good recovery time, but so far this is beatable. You add another minute or 2 onto this or, a couple minutes, that might be really tough for Fast Fourth to hold.
Job definitely not done yet. Mujet, though, going to open things up. Another SPS win onto Lenny. Rockets going into the gun of Hyphen is going to take it down with the help of Jay-Z's gun. And they're going to Uber, try to get through the side room. Hunter is doing a great job at splitting it up, though. They are completely separated. This Uber itself got really nothing. Hunter goes down for it in the end, but Logan able to run him up, get a 6K before he's taken down by Blank. Headshot, Mujet going to get revenged on by Lenny. Big stab onto Sin Karma from Jay-Z is going to buy some space, but the rest of them have wiped on the front line, so going to have to be reset both meds on that 30% Uber.
I'm definitely impressed by Lenny there, just running in, trying to see what he could get off of Toy, and then Ether came in to protect and still managed to get that kill before going down. So, we know both of these scouts are super talented, but just one of those examples of kind of being almost in an awkward position in a close corner with the Soldier and still managing to win the fight before going down. But Ujet finds a kill onto Honesty, and the gun goes down. That might be the opening for a push.
Yeah, the openings keep coming for Fast Fourth here. They are going to get this Uber charge in just a little bit. Built up a 10% lead over the enemy medic, but it won't matter that much. Hyphen dies too, so he's not able to rebuild that sentry gun. A lot of good spam coming in onto him, and looks like now a lot of cart stacking going through, but Uber comes up through the ramp. Hunter, one air blast, all he can get off will counter Uber in return, trying to sack onto the cart to get wherever players they can, and Toys sniped down. Lenny finds that exit. Jay-Z trying to get in, gets Joey of all players, is going to be able to get one, but now sacking onto the cart. Poseidon is dead, dropping down Rebel, shotguns the heavy in return, but too many players are alive for this defense. It's going to be another hold for the side of Team Fun.
Yeah, a couple of respawns coming in, and by the time that Fast Fourth can get their players forward, it should be basically all 9 players up. So, I mean, it did get close. They got a number of players down, but just could not sustain the damage being put out by Team Fun. So, a little bit of a reset. They are Fast Fourth are at an uber disadvantage too. So, I just so far a good last hold from Team Fun. They've staved off 2 separate pushes now, and each time it's about another 45 seconds to a minute that you're waiting to really try to get a good honest push out of it.
Jacob trades for Atho. In the meantime, Jay-Z just a menace on that gun with the Enforcer, takes it out once again. You see right now Fast Fourth trying to get into this right side, go through, but they are down 25% Uber. Casper full up, ready to charge it whenever it is needed. Poseidon gonna drop in the meantime. No heavy for post is quite a big loss. Rebel trying to walk at him, and Joey Lemon does get shot down by Moujet. In the meantime, though, with DT dying to Logan running amok in that lobby, they're gonna have to back up and wait for their demo.
Yeah, even though they got 100%, Poseidon just respawning now. DT will be a couple seconds behind him, so just clutch picks, because even every couple seconds can help. So Toy just sitting on that 100%. Let's see exactly where they want to take this. Are they going to wait for an opening pick? Are they going to just push all of their bodies in and flash around? We'll see how Fast Fourth choose to do this, but looks like it's gonna come in over on
the same
left side.
They gotta pop instantly. Melon taken down to 1 HP. Good flash by Toy to save her. Although Hunter just been a menace, denying these Ubers over and over again. Uber gonna end without even getting into the last point. Poseidon again dead before things even kick off. Jacob doubling up onto that sniper. They are getting quite a bit of damage on these players, hurting them into the low ground, but Hunter and Logan gonna get 2 big kills. They're just getting shredded. Rebel and Jay-Z's kills are not enough to offset, and this defense keeps going. Cart did get edged quite a bit there by that spy, so it is over the edge, but time just racking up in favor of Team Fun right now. This has got to be like 11 minutes by now, if not a bit more.
Yeah, and this is what's so tough is I get it. You've waited long enough. You want to go in with the Uber and try to figure it out there. But the fact that, oh, there's the headshot. That if they had that pick with the Uber, I think they could have taken it there, because like you've shouted out, Hunter has done so much work denying the Ubers. If they had that pick while Toy was Ubering before, they probably could have grabbed it, but now they're stuck. I mean, they gotta find something. I don't know if they can just sit around waiting for another Uber. They've got to find a way to make something happen now.
They're gonna try to dry walk up. DT takes so much damage, though, and Logan is just being a pest to him, doing damage all the time, forcing the entire combo back even. Logan is just doing so much work over on this flank side. Uber's now up to 80% for Toy. We'll see where she wants to take her team. It looks like they're just gonna go in the same area that's not been working before, but Moujet, big entry onto Lenny, gonna be able to help things out, and even gets a counter espionage kill thanks to that Enforcer, so no pick classes to worry about, and the Uber gonna get popped up. Hunter isn't here, he's denying the other side, so they actually get into last.
Yeah, there's opportunity here, and yet Hunter still with just the last dregs of an Uber manages to come back. Melon goes down. Jet is okay, he's safe because Logan drops down to protect the cart. There's still no players now that are left to really push the cart. You're not going to bring your medic or your sniper, and so just another successful hold. It seemed with Hunter looking the other way that there was going to be an opportunity, but I don't know, just playing on a different level right now, so aware of all the different possibilities, and whatever the comms are for Team Fun, just a great job to get Hunter to where he was needed at that time.
Sin Karma having a super fun time right now. He's just able to launch these stickies down at whoever's on the cart and keeps railing multi-cuffed or multi-kill. That said, Jay-Z gonna kill Hyphen, gun not gonna be able to get built, and they're gonna actually get another sniper pick as well, so it's 77, gonna try to sack onto it. A lot of damage coming through, they're getting so close. I really like that play. They just can't quite get it in. Ether, the last player remaining on this sack. Wait, they, oh, if Ether didn't get robbed, but there he caps it. That was so close.
I mean, you said it before, it's just that. Right over the edge.
You could have a light breeze come in and pull that cart over the edge.
Yeah, well, the thing that makes it tough too, Casper sitting at 100% Uber, and actually they're playing forward here. They want to get aggressive with the Uber. Joey Lemons bombs over the top. They force the Uber out of Fast Fourth very early, so nothing going to be happening there, and they're forward holding on them now. This is high risk, high reward.
Hyphen moves his level 2 onto low ground and helps get the kill onto Poseidon. They're holding the low ground from the ramp side, and they got what they want. They forced the enemy Uber out. They caused a couple casualties. They're keen to just go back up top. 10 seconds until that cart rolls back, and they very much want it to roll back because a Spy Decloak will get that capped up. Speaking of, Jay-Z looking for it. Blank will go down. It can't be him. It has to be the Spy. Wait, no one's on. Jay-Z, oh, he gets blown up. They just bumped him for a second, and they're like, that's the stick. He's dead him.
Just again, the solid comms from Team Fun. Everybody seems to be, everyone seems to be aware and really listening to whatever comms are needed.
Is it bug? It should be moving back, no, on the UI, but it's not actually moving.
Yeah, it should be.
It's
I
not
don't
actually
know.
moving.
Interesting. Well, I don't think it can get to a certain point in which it can't move back.
Yeah, it's actually bugged. I've never seen this ever happen before, and I've been playing this map for almost 10 years.
Yeah. Someone in chat did say this is a bug on the map, so I don't know. Fast forward, take advantage of it. do everything you can.
Surely when you're given a handicap of this level, you can cap it, right? They have 35 seconds. We haven't even brought it up. 35 seconds left till the map timer expires. And any tap will get it over the edge at this point. Uber comes in through the ramp. Last chance saloon here for Fast Fourth. Gun's dead. Hunter dead. That Pyro's been doing so much work, and now he is gone. Mujette, another SVS win. They got to actually get to that cart in time. Heavy gonna drop down, and they do get a flurry of kills in. It should be the capture coming with 15 seconds left. Sin Karma falls to his death. It's gonna be a medic on the cart coming in, and that is the cap. 16-18. Oh no.
I mean, it's a heartbreaker. 7:44 was the time leading into last. So, yeah, a clear. What's the quick math? I mean, 8.5 minutes, right, for last. That's rough.
Over 8 minutes they held that last point. So, dominant showing out of Team Fun on that defense. I really feel for Fast Fourth there, right? Because the thing that happened on third, where like Toy ended up dying. Like while they were doing that sack in, that cost them a minute in time at least, if not like a little bit more. They get that right. They're through third with 6 minutes, like 6:40 overall. You're feeling good about that, but they're just not able to find their avenue into last. They had entries off them. Mujette was getting picks very frequently. The gun was almost never alive between the rockets and the enforcer shots. So even with those advantages, it's just Team Fun winning the exchanges, winning the DM, blocking where they need to. Hunter doing a great job, as is Honesty, and it's just. They were so close in theory, but in reality, Team Fun was just too overbearing.
Honestly, that was one of the more interesting halves of Swiftwater I've watched, because if there's anyone who's interested in like how the Highlander push theory works, Fast Fourth's second and fourth pushes were incredible because they lost 2 to 3 numbers in the beginning of each push, but ran in 6v9, but those numbers died to get space that they were able to leverage to then eventually just ignore the fact that they're down numbers, bully them out with the power of their better classes. But really, I mean, the combination of that unconventional third hole, buying a lot of time, plus on last, realistically, Fast Fourth treated the cart like it was in, you know, like, oh, we just need to tap and it'll get in, way too early. They completely ignored any and all pressure of trying to get, like, control of the upper ground and said, oh no, let's just go tap it in, when the cart was not in tap range. And it's unfortunate, but they just weren't able to pivot from that, and eventually they got it. But if they went for maybe a better approach, I think, in terms of trying to force more people to drop down and then leave members to collapse from the top, they got it much better last time. But as we are, you're probably thinking more about what to do in the second half than you are legitimately about defending this.
Poor Joey eats a cleaver immediately going through the door, and Sim Karma eats a headshot too, so fast play denied. You know, those 2 key explosive classes will just get shut down the second they look in. Blank also finds Jacob in behind, so, you know, any forward pressure that Team Fun had there, they ended up losing. It's not going to be the end of the world, though, as they do have 15 minutes to, you know, gap the last 4 points, so we'll see them regroup and try to get this Uber exchange through. Tunnel players are buffed, cart moving forward. It looks like they want to move through with a scout, a pyro, no demo man. Sin Karma opting to take the low ground. This is a scout pyro duo Uber to try to force this. This could get denied by well-placed pyro, and they're going to try to go in. No one's even watching the door. The level 1 is going to deny it. Yeah, there's no demo man, no explosive damage. Toy didn't have to pop.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking when I saw him. Like, Pyro Scout, where's the damage?
Yeah, Logan trying to get something done, and we know that he's talented, but just basically with no one else to support, not many opportunities. Mujette
he was about to stab a demo man, so Toy forced to save the demo. I kind of like that, right? Because you know you have basically Uber ad, right? It's like not fully free because you did wait it out, but you might be able to keep enough charge up. Keeping your demo alive is valuable there, so I like that save by Toy.
Absolutely, yeah, no, it's a smart play. But I was a little worried from going into first to second that fast fourth were going to try to overcommit to points just to buy additional time. But the fact that they found those picks from the fast play of Team Fun have allowed them to stabilize here on second and get a really solid hold. So I'm hoping for fast fourth's sake, you play your defense the way that you have practiced, the way that you feel is the best way to do it, and don't necessarily overcommit because you know you got a
Uber coming into
big time
right now. They took the Devilman with them this time, and Sentry Gun goes down instantly. Rebel, Melon going to be taken down immediately, not able to get anything. Toy playing for the backup because they do not have that Uber. We're not able to charge it fast enough after using it a bit late, so it is going to be the backup coming through for the side of Fast Fourth. And if they can get Toy back to spawn, it would be good. Heavy getting chased down Poseidon. Those fists can take him so far. He gets in and Vanny binds at 1 HP. That's pretty funny. Mujet in the meantime going to snipe down onto Joey Lemons. Hunter in behind looking for something. It's probably going to get cleaned up here in just a second, but now people have to get out onto the third point for the side of Fast Fourth.
Yeah, Toy does have Uber, and it looks like it is going to get used. Ether did go down, but there's definitely enough players for Fast Fourth to clean up, and that's exactly what they do. But I think for Team Fun, you're okay with that. You're building at about a 40% ad now. You know where they're at. So I think playing forward, forcing them to use their Uber just to regain control of the point, and now they can sit back, and we'll see exactly how they want to play it. If maybe they'll go for the big sack wave, maybe just one Uber, and they'll be able to run over Fast Fourth. But it looks like they're playing just, I don't know, looks like Fast Fourth is ready to back out at a moment's notice almost, just the way where Toy is playing. And I don't know, we'll see.
They're going to Uber without Delman here, trying to get some players forward. Joey does his best jump forward, but not able to actually get into that choke. So like you said, the back out play does come through, and they're not, honestly, we'll get onto a ball of all things coming through from Blank, actually dominating that heavy. And they're not going to have Uber. Toy only at 96, so third point going to get seeded. Only 2 players died in that push, but they're just going to say we don't have Uber, don't want to contest it. We're going to get the bulk of our time on the back half of the map, and that they will have to do if they want any hope in the round.
Yeah, I definitely think that that is worthwhile, depending on how things shake out. Like, worthwhile to talk about during the break is playing so fast. Hold on, Jacob is in on Rebel, gets a sap with the gun, but nothing else. And the Uber gets used forward. Great kills coming out of DT. That's gonna do wonders for the logs afterwards. But they managed to get the picks, but Casper stays alive with about 75%. But yeah, I don't know. I think it'll be interesting to talk about Fast Forward's defense and playing so passive. I don't know if we'll see if it ends up being the right call, but I'm just watching Jacob running around Poseidon and running out.
Now, there is an Uber disad here for the side of Fast Fourth, but they have the banner built up by Ether. He's going to pop that one off the second the Uber comes through, and no one's died. Sin Karma ends up getting dropped in Uber of all things, and now Joey and Lenny are going to drop in the post. A lot of damage coming through, and no casualties thanks to that really well-timed banner from Ether. They're going to be able to keep all their players alive and walk forward, and Casper taken down on the backup by Blank's Cleaver. So now they get full Uber out as well.
I just need to call out real quick. Sin Karma jumped forward on that Uber to try to get in. Rebel flicked up with the Wrangler and blew him out of Uber range, so he couldn't get flashed, and then killed him in midair with the Wrangler.
Oh! And Mujet now taking down Casper, insult to injury. So Casper dying on the back out before, and then just gets picked up again. And that's just, it's more time shaved off. Solid picks. Mujet has been really solid this half so far.
They get the sap onto the gun, and they do get the Uber force. No kills gotten as DT got saved by Toy at 1 HP. Hyphen's level 2 will end up going down. 7-player sack, but in order to negate that Uber disadvantage, that's a solid play from Team Fun. That said, we're just all even now. Both Meds going to have Uber at about the same timing. There's going to be time to build up the level 3 Sentry Gun again, so we're back to neutral with a lot of time shaved off, but still 10 minutes, it's a long road.
Yeah, I don't know if we can really start talking about it until we see how much time they've got potentially going into last. And I mean, this has Blanket Ether going down. That could be scary. Both of them do so much work for this team. Their flank for Fast Fourth is so solid.
On the gun for Jacob. It's just instantly dead. As the dispenser bomb in from Joey gets reflected by Melon, put down on that aluminum sheeting. 82% here for Toy. Casper only on that 75, so Toy building a little bit better. Jay-Z is in the backlines. His Hyphen picked off by Mujet. In the meantime, one last card pusher. Jacob will get revenge for his team on that sniper pick. A little bit of server lag as Ubers do get popped up. Jay-Z, big 2K onto the heavy and demo man of the enemy team. And now Casper, trapped in yard, does get that Uber just in time. It's again a scout Pyro Uber, but now with a lot more space, the Scout can do a lot more. Toy getting chased down, Rebel trying to body block. Toy dipping, dodging, but Logan does find the pistol shots and gets that medic pick. That should be the end of this fourth hold, and Team Fun capping up, looking to go for the round win.
I'm so curious why Toy stays in. I get healing I guess maybe the thought process is Rebel, you know, hopefully getting that pick onto Logan. But I don't know, get the hell out of Dodge, just get all the way back and keep the slight Uber ad that you had. But either way, a couple of picks in the favor of Team Fun, and they're just gonna try to roll this advantage right into last. Only a level 1 gun. Joey Lemon.
HP. Joey the body shot by Lenny, the foot shot on top of the awning. That's so unfortunate because now Casper gonna be up on a huge Uber ad going into last. Lenny just able to post up, takes down Rebel Sentry Gun as well. Numbers advantage here for the offense going forward. Mujette does get sniped down, as does Sin Karma, so no offensive demo man, but no sniper to work with as well. Hunter leading the charge on this card, gonna be air blasting all the spam off. It's gonna have to be a sack onto it. Melon goes down, pops him up, does a lot of work actually. Melon does great job on there, but Soldier and Scout on it, they can't get on in time, and it is gonna be the cap up for the side of Team Fun. 8 minutes still left on the clock. They got them with time to spare.
Yeah, it was a valiant effort in the sense of I really did think that they had some solid play on their defense. Fast Fourth did, but it was always going to be almost a given with the 16-minute time. I think had they shown their best potential on that first offensive round, I think there was a world where that came down to a couple seconds or even went in their favor. So stuff to build on for this next half coming up.
You know, I feel a little goofy having even, you know, been a proper analyst. I got some notes up from that first, but so much of that I feel like it's invalidated by the fact that Fast Fourth just... I said it after the round. They treated the cart like it was on the ledge of the cap for the entire 8 minutes there. And there's a point where you can do that and you can play every single push to just get that extra, you know, few inches of cap time. But when the cart's far enough back, you can't expect to do that. You need to go in with the intention of, you know, forcing red to drop down and then taking control of the high ground and, you know, turning it against them and shooting down them and really getting that wipe, rather than just like, no, if we just sack one more time on it, we'll get it a little bit closer. And I feel like they did that for 8 minutes. And it really ended up costing them because their defense was respectable. I mean, they really showed a good fourth defense, and they ultimately put up an 8-minute defense, which, like, if you're in Invite Grand Finals, right, and you can put up an 8-minute defense, you presume that's a winnable time.
Yeah, definitely. And it is those, like, mistakes that were made, like, throughout, especially on their offense, that ended up costing them a lot. And the biggest time loss at that, you know, last point, like you said, where they just did not have it, the proper procedure for pushing it in their heads at the time, where, like, yes, if the cart is close enough, you can sack down onto it, but until then, you need the upper space. You need to be able to, you know, hold spawners out, put them back into that spawn, be able to just control space. But in the end, it is Fast Fourth, just too much of a hill to overcome on that offense. And if we do want to see them actually come in strong on the next offense, we need to see that they are able to actually push that last point, because like you said, they're second and fourth. They showed really good understanding of how to get space, how to take ground, and, you know, eventually win just a war of attrition with your fast respawns. But on last, it just wasn't there. And logs are up on your screen, by the way. Mujette is 33 and 13 with 500 DPM almost, and he lost.
Yeah, it's
he's wishing this was Koth right now.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, it's tough. You know, it's obviously Mujette is making a lot of, and Blank too. I mean, Blank and Logan, both scouts at 28 frags. They're giving the team opportunities, and I think that we've seen Fast Fourth have opportunities. It's just at the end of the day, it's up to the entire team then to capitalize on the small windows of that. You know, your sniper, your pick classes, or a clutch pick from your demo. I mean, we saw DT with a couple of really solid Ubers and things like that being used. So it's up to the rest of the team then to capitalize on those moments. So
we gotta frame this that Fast Fourth out damaged, out fragged, and out Ubered Team Fun in that half.
Yeah, I was actually looking at the Uber stats because I was interested, and it's a difference of 1, right? You know, you take the critical out 14 to 15.
You could argue, yeah, that's the same, but
well, here's the Uber stats in my mind is the thing. I just want to, like, point this out because the time before using was 5 seconds longer for Casper. So over the course of 15 Ubers, that's 15 times 5. So it's just because he held more Uber than Toy did.
But they out-fragged them. I mean, like,
yeah,
that,
the out-frag is
that
interesting.
needs to be focused on, because
Yeah.
if you look in the 16-minute defense, you saw Fast Fourth get 83 kills on offense to 108 on defense for Team Fun, which is close to 1-to-1. But good payload teams only will do exactly what Team Fun did, and they'll pull a 1-to-2 when they win. They had almost exactly half of Fast Forward's kills when they were on offense. They're making more to do with less. And I mean, yes, when you're getting hard held on last, right, you can trade as much as you want, but if you trade and then don't get card, it doesn't matter. But it just goes to show that every single kill Team Fun was getting, they were maximizing the value they got out of that kill, whereas Fast Forward, it felt like was unable to do the same on a lot of those offensive points.
Yeah, and I do want to hone in specifically on the interactions of that last point, because to be honest, right, Fast Fourth looked clean throughout the most of it up until then, and the third mishap, we won't talk about that right now, because that is really just the silly mistake. On fourth, what kept happening to Fast Fourth is Mujet would find an entry, or they'd get a pick early, or Jacob would get caught. They had numbers advantages going into most of their last pressures. They'd get no pressure on their exchange or their walk-up, they'd end up getting herded onto low ground, and just the kills would be exchanged back onto the low ground. They get some, but they lose more than they'd get. And then the cycle would repeat. It felt like they always, would trade up in kills overall in like a 2-minute span. But again, yeah, just not able to get the space, not able to actually win the map, because they just... The kills are only important as like what they get you, right? Because like an example is at the end on defense when DT got a 5k for that Uber Force. Like, yeah, cool, he got a 5k. That's the most useless 5k in the history of Highlander. It doesn't do anything, right? That's just how the game works.
Hey man, it looks good on the logs page, at the end of the season when everything gets put together. Like, man, I was really solid. I had a 450 DPM over the course of the grand finals. There's something to those bragging rights that you get to take home. A little less of the prize pool, but a little bit more on your own personal trophy case, I guess.
I want to talk real quick about Fast Forward's second push, because I really, really liked what they did there. So, I think most people have come to realize right now that the kind of meta for holding second now is a lot of teams will go upper, exchange the Ubers, make sure you try to get red to force, then rotate down and through tunnel, and try to dry push out through tunnel. In response, red team will often drop down, hold near the corner of the tunnel, in attempt to, spam that out, punish them for walking through it. But what I don't think Team Fun realized was that Hyphen got picked really early in that. So the reason why you're able to hold that close is because you have a sniper and a gun watching through main tunnel in a way that's normally very difficult to kill. So that anyone that walks through that tunnel is going to probably either get killed by the gun, get killed by the crossfire you have of the demo shooting it from the right, soldier shooting it from the left, sniper and gun, in the distance shooting down, and you just get meat grindered in there. But Hyphen goes down, the gun goes down, so that's one threat gone. Mujet was consistently landing picks onto flank early on, but even when they walk out, I think like Melon and Rebel and even potentially Blank got killed instantly, but the red combo continued to hold in that corner. When their gun was no longer an option, their flank wasn't providing extra cover fire, and I don't know, I couldn't track what Logan was doing at the time, but he clearly wasn't getting a 6k by the fact that they lost the point. And when you don't have all of those defensive layers on you, where red holds when they're holding in front of tunnel is ridiculously exposed. So exposed, as a matter of fact, that Rebel, when his team was down 3 numbers, just slowly waddled into the enemy combo and down smashed. By which I mean, he punched Casper. He walked up, shot like 5 shotgun shots at him, ran out, and then punched him. And the rest of the team was able to clean up on that. Which is, it's very interesting to see that play out as it is, because a lot of teams so struggle to maybe get those initial picks, but it goes to show that if you can get that gun down, you can just walk with inferior numbers, because the positioning that the defensive combo has is only good if they have so many layers of protection on it. And the same thing happened on fourth. Hyphen got picked early, his gun went down, and even though I think like Logan killed someone on cart and Lenny, you got a headshot onto someone, they just walked, and the fact that DT stayed alive meant that they were able to just bully them off of that ramp. I mean, I think, Zach, you called it, Poseidon saw a really good window to drop down, take out Honesty, and then make a lot of space. But they went into that push down 6v9. Or 6v8, I guess, because Hyphen was dead. They go into that down 2 numbers with people on cart, and they're still able to win it because the defense is so grouped, they're not applying pressure. You have your demo man who's able to deal damage to multiple people at the same time. And it's such like a interesting application of theory to actually see a 6v8 push work out, and why the circumstances go into it that in the beginning had me feeling really confident about Fast Forward's, ability on this map. But that last was just so brutal.
Yeah, they really did feel like 2 different teams going in to fourth and last, where like they still have the same fundamentals, right? Like they have the opening picks constantly going in their way, and even when they don't, before that they were able to find space in at numbers disad sometimes. But just on that last, the last was so brutal, right? We can't say it enough. Up until that point, especially after the salvage on fourth, they were in that map very definitively. If you can get through 4 in 7:45 after a really bad disaster happens to you on the previous point, and it still kept up in 9, right? Like 9:30, it's still doable if you're sub 10. But you got to get across that finish line. That's what we saw them struggle to do. And yeah, we'll see if they can do it in the next half. Sorry for the halftime. It's a bit long. Team's taking quite a lot of time to talk about their strats and get some reconnects going. There was a bit of hint of server lag in one of those Uber exchanges, so probably wanted to check on that as well. So just waiting on the last few players to get back in.
Yeah, and so I guess while we're taking a little bit of extra time too, with Highlander, it's hard. One player can take over the game at some points, but it's harder. You fade into it ends up being more of a team game. But if there's one person you could look at for Fast Fourth or either team really to have impact to step up in a big way, we'll say for Fast Fourth obviously because they're down 1-0 right now. Who do you think that player is for either of you? Who are you looking to come up big and put them in a spot to tie this one up?
Mujette is already going big. The Scout's also going big. Blank
we get bonus points for pretting the guy that almost dropped 500 DPM in a loss.
Okay, so who needs to step up in addition, right? Because Mujette's already doing a ton. Blank is already doing a ton.
Ether.
Yes. I was thinking about Ether too, right?
The third defense, when they finally lost it, it was because you mentioned at one point, Zach, I really like how you said that they were so confident in Jacob's calls that they're able to keep their medic on silos like that.
Yes.
And of course, Jacob is now busy with the Uber exchange. Ether sneaks in through Boiler and then doesn't even have to jump, just jumps off of, the wooden platform, kills, I think, Hyphen, Casper, and Hyphen Scott. And that ended up kind of snowballing in. And I'm like, oh man, what a great, cleanup by Ether there. He's doing great. And then I look at the logs, 8 and 20.
Yeah, those were 2 of the 8 kills he got throughout the entire half.
Significantly less damage than Joey.
Yeah, and
so
granted,
really
the banner he had on fourth defense was also nice, but building a banner is something most soldiers can end up doing, right? If you build one banner a map, that's fine, well and good. What else can you do in addition, right? And it's Ether we're pointing out a lot, right? DT's doing all right. The combo is doing enough to push the points when they have the advantages, right? But there's just it's a consistency issue where once they do end up getting what they already are getting consistently through Mujette, through Blank, then they just need to be able to close out. I also want to give a shout out to Jay-Z because I know Swiftwater Spy can be annoying sometimes, especially when you're stuck pushing last for 8 minutes and you can't actually get in.
And you're just on chain suicide duty to make sure the card stops running back? Yeah.
He's been doing a fantastic job at keeping Hyphen's gun down.
Yeah. I do want to point out, and I don't mean to rail on Ether here, but if you do a class comparison on these logs, every single class is remarkably even, with the exception of Mujette versus Lenny, and Joey versus Ether. 7 of the classes. I mean, both Scouts had the same amount of kills. The Pyros, well, they're both playing Pyro, a little bit off. Demos, both within 4 kills, 50 DPM of each other. Heavies, 3 kills of each other. NGs, 4 kills of each other. Meds, same deaths. Spies, within 1 kill of each other. You can argue, about the quality of each kill there, right? But there's only 2 classes where there's a noticeable difference. Sniper and Soldier, and as it turns out, it seems like it may be the Soldier diff this time.
Yep, and kills can be even. Team Fun can, have even kills while winning. Fast Fourth can have more kills, more damage, more Ubers, and lose. At the end of the day, all that matters is you get the captures, not the kills. So we'll see if they can get that done, as we are finally ready to get into the second half of Swiftwater here. Going to be Team Fun on blue side. Fast Fourth trying to set a good pace for themselves to tie things up on red.
Sorry, I was very enamored with what Dolphin was doing during the break.
Yeah, I saw the unbox. That was slick, Dolphin.
Very slick. We gotta shout that out. Yeah. So we'll see. Can Fast Forward to bring it back? I am definitely really curious to see what is the time that Team Fun is gonna set. If all things considered, if they can set that 8-minute time again on defense for Fast Fourth, I think you're feeling okay. I think if you start getting into the 7, 6.5, 7, I'm getting worried for them. But 3 seconds, we're counting down, and we'll see the first start of the second half.
Crit Sticky immediately picks off Lenny. It's in a different spot than it was last time, because they killed Jacob last round. This round takes down that sniper. Mujette rails one on to Hunter, make it 2 kills for the defense starting out here. Cart crossing that bridge, nothing too important has happened here. Jay-Z in an interesting spot as Jacob gets a trade onto Blank, so at least there's that. Gonna be able to make that scout run all the way back. Joey Lemons floated off that roof by the Wrangler. We've seen a lot more engineers put their gun out front here because it's more useful at denying sacks when we can Wrangler out front. Rebel gonna get that rescue range to put back. Nothing too important going on here, but it is a clean backup coming through once they do end up leaving this tunnel. Honesty eats a headshot. Sin Karma lobs some stickies, and that will be the back out and first capped.
Yeah, I was a little worried when Rebel put the gun back down that there's a chance that it could get shot down by Lenny, who was in position, but still manages to back out, has the level 3. Looks like he's going to, set it up right up top. So, just the typical...
on his way through the door. They know he's coming in. He should get caught.
Besides still checking for him.
They went all the way back to the spawn, which is not normally the spy ghost, because there's no pack there, so
probably
has given him the
checking
slip
for
for
the
a
telly
bit.
entrance, honestly.
Yeah, give him a slip for a bit. Will be in position as now the offensive combo Team Fun gonna buff up their players in tunnel, get that cart pushed up as far as the S15 they can. Lenny taking a tunnel angle. Looks like they're actually keeping a lot of players. Rotation up top is coming through. It is a Scout and Pyro once again. They want to keep the Scout Pyro dual Uber coming through. See if they can get the force floated right now. Scout not able to get in. Just kept trapped in this corner. Logan doesn't have a good time on that Uber. Runs out to the other side. Tries to get kills. But Casper's dead. They just funnel in too far forward and they are punished thoroughly.
Yeah, they did lose Blank and Ether elsewhere on the map, and there goes Mujette. So, I mean, there's still opportunity, but they are going to use the Uber. Toy Ubering onto DT, walking forward, try to clear out some of the space in tunnel, but not going to commit too far. Doesn't want to go down to something cheeky there. So, gonna back up. Oh wait, the demo man, Sin Karma comes from nowhere, takes down Rebel.
They keep pressuring. They don't want to stop at all. There's a Scout on Toy. Toy hit by a rocket and cleaned up by Logan. There's no breaks on the Team Fun train here as they get spawners up. They just go right back in. Casper taking low though, only on 30 HP, and he takes so much damage with the soldier. Will get cleaned up in the end. Ether gets Lenny, but not that medic he wanted.
Oh boy, it's I don't know. This is a precarious spot. I think you ultimately might want to set up for third. I don't, with Rebel's guns about to go down. Yeah, that's. It looks like they're kind of halfway.
Mujette finds the angle from the house of all places, able to take that medic down, but they can't suck onto cart. They're not close enough. It is a capture for the side of Team Fun. Cleanup kills go in favor of Fast Fourth, but just have to give up that point. They're not close enough to contest even Mujette's play.
Someone's got to help aside now.
He's out.
DT jumps in, takes down Hyphen. Lenny's going to push the card forward. Does see the dot. Mujette is aiming that way, but not going to go for the contest just yet. So Toy going to be at a pretty hefty Uber ad. We'll probably see Team Fun go for some level of a sack wave. I think probably just try to get the cart forward, get into a position so that when your sack wave, maybe you get lucky and you get a cap, but at the very least, whenever you get your Uber, you know you're in a position to cap it. But no, they go right away even without the cart really moving forward.
Yeah, they have a lot of space there. Sin Karma jumps forward, gets punished for his insolence, taken down by that heavy in the side angle. And the Uber does get forced out here by all that pressure. But Casper, he's dead in the backside. Jay-Z, perfect timing to negate that Uber disad and just cleans it up for his team. All of a sudden, this is looking like a very solid hold for Fast Fourth on this third point. Big salvage there.
Yeah, I wasn't keeping an eye on Jay, but I wonder just with everyone sacking forward, looks like he just found some space to get behind, because I mean, Casper was not protected at all, so just smart play there by Jay, knowing that if the entire team was forward, Toy's gonna, oh sorry, not Toy, Casper is gonna be left alone.
They've been aggressive through Red Room here, trying to sack as many players through this choke point as they can. A lot of damage down. They are going to get Mujette and DT thanks to Lenny, but not much else is going their way. Sin Karma, Joey Lemon's going to end up going down. A lot of cart time, though, held by this heavy. Honesty, being a big fat man on that cart, get some time. Toy, though, safely out with full Uber charge. Banner comes in just to secure things for Ether, and now it's going to be the real test of the round for Team Fun so far. Casper has 30% more to charge. Can they break the hold in one shot?
And Jay Easy is in the back line. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're aware that he's back there. So, I mean, there's still opportunity. Jay has come up big already. Jacob going to be behind enemy lines, but it looks like he might be spotted out too. Both
spies. There, top card, but a lot of distractions now coming in. They know they have the sniper pick, thanks to Lenny getting that one down. And they're going to pop out of Red Room. Jay-Z is dead, so no, the spy is going to be in this one. DT shot down by Logan. Either popped out here, but not too many key classes left. It's just this heavy. Poseidon going to be left alone on the cart. Melon gets one last kill before they are shoved off, and third point does get capped up in that one Uber exchange. Casper is dead in post. Did get cleaned up by Blank on that post, but won't mean too much. Will only be about a 25-30% disad.
Yeah, 5:05 through these first 3 points.
Fast.
Joey bombing in.
What a rocket! He's
Toy
going
so
around.
low.
Toy, one more. What's left? Toy just left. Jacob now trying it. He gets it. That's so close. To the margins on that sack were so thin, but they get that med pick.
Yeah, man, I was just about to say with 5:05, you know, 3 minutes is definitely holdable here, but it looks like I think fourth is going to go pretty quickly. Yeah, they're not even, or yeah, fourth, sorry, it's not going to go, not going to be held. So it's going to be a quick cap there. Just great bomb, great coordination between the spy and the soldier there.
They're trying to sack onto a Jay-Z, decloaks to hold, but they can't get there in time, and Cap goes over. They, again, do clean up Casper. Casper's ended up dying on every point so far, but they keep getting the captures, so they don't need Casper to win, apparently.
And, I mean, there's definitely still opportunity to forward hold. It can be risky just because of the location of the cart, but, you know, spawns have already changed anyway, so...
Toy takes so much damage. It's a good serve, but she needs a pack right now. Goes in lower, and they have to back up their heels. So now front side being taken by the 17 Fun. Another bomb by Joey, but eats a 150 and craters thanks to Mujette. So now they got to try to get forward. Decloak here from Jay-Z is caught out. Can't get the heavy, but Mujette will do that one as well. Finally, he gets a flash. Great flash by Toy to save her sniper. And there's Hunter going to get taken down, as is Logan. Really good defense there. Casper, he's just dead again. Blank is killing this medic every chance he gets. Oh, but Toy sniped. Lenny left over in the house negates that med disad.
Oh man, you know, Blank found the pick onto Casper and is looking good, but you know, shouts out to Lenny, making sure still being impactful, still managing to find that frag to even things up.
Casper's dead again. Mujette, she's just putting Casper on a walking respawn timer. Serve out here from Ather, gonna be able to keep his charge. Logan taken down. Fourth been captured, guys. We're still fighting like it hasn't. Lenny, though, gets a pick onto Blank, gonna shut down that big, important scout class here. Honesty gonna take this head glitch, and they should be able to take some ground here, but Mujette, the scariest man in the server right now, he's posted up, he's looking.
There's no way. I mean, I feel like it just need a constant Casper.
Oh, he got headshot and killed by Hunter's detonator. That's a great shutdown.
Oh, yeah, and a couple more players down. DT, Poseidon, all on long respawns. Now, this is where it gets tricky, because you got 5 seconds left on the respawn for some of those classes. Joey's already in, as well as Sin Karma. They should get cleaned up, but Honesty is here to support as well. All these players going down, and just because
Lenny,
of the fact that they're getting aggressive.
Lenny getting revenge, just walking in, kills Adler, kills Mujette, kills Poseidon. Lenny on a 7k now says it's my turn to dominate the server. Cart being pushed all the way in. There's only 5 players alive. They get a respawn wave on the defense, but Melas gets down there. She can't. And what was looking like a really solid first 4 just gets wiped by the fact that Team Fun just walk in, they take last instantly.
Wow, it just falls apart so quick because Lenny just decided he wasn't going to miss a shot anymore. Just rattled off like 4 straight headshots and really made some space there. Crazy.
Up until that point, there was such a good job done by Fast Fourth to shut down the pick classes, because right now Jacob's sitting bottom of the entire game scoreboard right now at 8. And before Lenny had that 7k, he wasn't that high up there either. But, you know, one moment, one time you allow the enemy sniper to go off, it costs you big. If they were able to set up on last, that's a 10-minute time. You're fine with that. But now 8, pressure's on.
Also, not to put you on the spot, but any thoughts from the analyst desk before this next staff starts or round?
I was honestly expecting a slightly faster time from Team Foam, but Casper had a number of uncharacteristic deaths that I think kind of
man
slowed
was
that
a
down.
walking respawn timer.
I mean, both meds did, right? But I think that was, it largely happened to Toy on 4th. And it was happening to both meds, whereas Casper had a couple of deaths you'd rather take back on 2nd and 3rd that may have slowed that time a little bit. So, I mean, you're at 802, which, despite the 16-minute offense, right, for Fast Forward, they still held for over, about this time. So this is, fairly winnable as far as times go. They just need to show that they can actually push last.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Ether going to be bombing onto that roof, takes that scout all the way up the top. Joey going to revenge bomb. Is that a Beggar's? No, it's just a stock rocket launcher. Going to be trying to spam. He has a banner of his own. I believe going to be charging that battalion's up. No kills gone over in the round just yet, as I hear an enforcer from Jay-Z trying to take that gun down from that house platform. Gonna get chased down by Jacob of all classes. Logan gonna get the kill onto Mujet early, trades his life for it. He'll take that one, get Mujet off the server as fast as you can. And with that, a lot of pressure in the down low coming through from DT and Poseidon. They have to back up a bit. 3 bombs from Ether gets reflected for now. Defense is putting a lot more pressure here than you normally do on Swiftwater first.
I'm very busy watching this awkward dance between Jay-Z and Jacob. For the past like 30 seconds, they've been chasing each other, bumping into each other. So while the rest of the team is busy trying to push forward, obviously they're looking for position, but it's just, just a funny dance between spy mates. But a lot of
aggressive. They're so aggressive. They're just running through tunnel as fast as they can. Hunter dies. Logan dead. Gun as well taken down with Hyphen, and all of a sudden they are 4 down. It likely won't end up being too important because they're trying to get here. They're gonna Uber without DT. He died to Honesty. This, I guess they forced the Uber encounter. The bomb in and Blank's presence was enough to force it, but a very, very strange exchange going on.
DT got dead on by a sticky trap and brought down to 1 HP and then instantly died to a heavy bullet when they were about to use on him.
Oh no.
I mean, at the end of the day, they got the Uber exchange, so if you think about it, the apartments exchange just happened, just in lower, and now they're already in lower to repush, so plus time right there for Fast Fourth.
Yeah, Hyphen's gun in a slightly different spot, not going to be up on the bridge, but over on the right side, over above the exit of the tunnel. So getting it set up to a level 2, get a Jay-Z cam. Yeah, Jay's kind of in the back lines, should be calming exactly where it is. I'm curious how Fast Forward, it looked like they had so much momentum, and even with that Uber exchange being awkward, I thought they were going to try to keep up some of that momentum, but now it's just back to a little bit of a stalemate, waiting for that Uber 5%
Uber.
coming.
Toy's been charging much faster than Casper here, and she's going to have 15% faster. I don't know if they know, if Jay-Z said, they're going to go. If Casper gets caught here, it could be very bad for them. They're going to run into lower. Jay-Z taken down before he can get a sapper on the gun. A lot of damage coming through. Casper able to get in time, though. Going to be able to pop and save a bunch of players walking forward back into the tunnel here. A lot alive from both teams. Only 3 over casualties, but with Hyphen dying, his gun is now no longer in this world. It's a lot easier for the offense to walk out and take space.
Yeah, Blank goes down, and so does Poseidon. So far, Fast Forward haven't found any additional kills, and there goes DT.
Oh, Toy's dead.
Toy, yeah, Hunter. Just such great aggression from Team Fun going into the tunnel, making sure they get that damage, but didn't want to overcommit, didn't want to lose too many bodies. You're happy with how that comes out, and we've already ticked 3 minutes off of the clock, and now you're stalled out a little bit on second. For Fast Forward, this is where you kind of start to make mistakes sometimes, because you know that you have to push forward. So maybe they come up clutch with a couple of kills, but this could just be running into a brick wall over and over. We'll see how this turns out.
Jay-Z a drop step onto Honesty, and Sim Karma getting sniped down. Mujet doubling up with the combo classes. And at this point, it's 1. Now, how many people can they keep alive and snowball with? Rebel gonna help keep his demo alive, shotgunning Logan down. It's 8 alive. Only Jay-Z died in that push. If they can go ahead and try to camp the 3rd spawn, this could be a snowball. Spawns are in for the side of Team Fire now. How many people can they get out here in force? There's already DT here, putting some stickies down. Level 1 being built in main, gets taken down very quickly. Hunter is here. There's people stacking behind them. Uber comes in through ID.
The Uber comes from behind. They don't get anything from it though, so I didn't catch, maybe was Casper forced, or if that was meant to be a play, it did not work the way they wanted it to. But either way, it means Toy has 100%. We'll see. It looks like it's going to come out from main. The gun gets sapped. DT pushing forward. Hunter still doing a great job denying.
Casper's dead. No heals, blank, another medic pick. They're trying to get as many frags as they can to solidify this third capture. 3.5 left on the clock. They need third right now. Hunter walking in, doing tons of damage. He's holding W like a fiend. He gets moved up, but Jacob as well. Jacob and Hunter just combined for every kill in the choke. The Pyro and the Spy duo, the most unlikely. They just clean everything up.
Toy manages to get the pack before burning out, and then Jacob did not fully commit in to try to get the kill onto Toy. I mean, either way, the Ubers did even up just because of the long amount of time that Toy did not spend healing. So Team Fun are still going to be happy with that outcome because now they hold the point. Ubers are even. We'll see. I mean, fast forth. You got under 3 minutes. You just kind of got to go for it. The cart's moving backward. Someone's got to tap it, and hopefully someone can step up and find a really clutch kill here.
Yeah, Rebel alone in the choke. It's going to have to be him the top. And they're just going to stack a lot of people through up top, see if they can get in deep. Hyphen, he is dead. Gun will be not long for this world. Ujette lining up a headshot. A lot of kills going in favor of Fast Fourth right now. Level 2 gun going to be taken down at the end there by DT. It's just a soldier here. Joey looking for a multi-kill. Can't quite get it. Jacob, his gun is out and it is dangerous, but has to back up. There was third cap up. Still very possible. 225. If you can end up snowballing at least one of these points, you have a pretty good shot. And again, a lot of spawners late here for Team Fun. DT, he's already here, ready to try and get some spawn camping.
In last lobby, by the way.
Yeah, if he could find a good timing onto the head of multiple players, AoE nuke is what we need out of Ether here.
Yeah, and well, the Uber does come out of Casper. Ether is now moving himself forward in the backline while the Uber moves forward down the cart path, finds a couple. Toy is alive, but a couple players are down around her, so just gonna make sure that they get healed up, get the numbers, and then you got to try to take this Uber advantage and steamroll your way. But that cart also needs to be moving forward. I mean, yeah, it's a minute 45.
Ether traded himself for the gun and
a soldier pick. Yeah, it was not what they needed. They need so much more here going forward. Luckily, Toy does have a big Uber out here, about 40%, but with 3 players down, they gotta wait for those spawners. Minute and a half left on the clock. The cart has to be moving almost consistently here if they want this. Here comes the Uber. They need to find Casper in it, but Air Blast is huge. Sends Ether into the skybox. Blank does clean up some frontliners who are just there to soak in the damage so that Casper can retreat. They are just gonna give up this point. They say, we got Uber, we got enough time left to make it work.
Casper caught him! So we're sitting up for the ramp with 99!
They didn't want to give it up. They wanted to re-aggress, but it's just a rash decision. They go forward with no space, and yeah, like you said, just caught on that ramp. Great rockets from Ether finds his man. 55 seconds. This is super doable. Toy 50%. They will get an Uber charge before this game ends.
Just think about this. If the cart had been moving forward during that entire push, we would be getting really close to a cap right now. So 40 seconds. The gun's not going to get a chance to go up. Jay-Easy with the Enforcer taking it down. Toys at 85%. New Jet falling. That could be a crucial
Ether's
hit.
in. Sin Karma's down. Hyphen getting damage. Poseidon. The
98,
big force on this cart.
99.
They're second onto it. They get the Uber flasher players. Spy in. Jay-Easy finds Casper, but they need more. It's just
Go.
DT. They got it. Oh my god. 22%. What? There's 4 people. There's 3 alive. No one taps it. They got the win. That's a 1-1. Fast Fourth tie us up. It was just DT and Toy against the world. 3 people. It was a Spy, Sniper, and Heavy, and no one from Team Fun blocks it.
Oh my god. I mean, I think both of you said it. I don't know if Alto said it first. Ether. We needed Ether to step up big, and the kill onto Casper ends up being just the, I don't know, chef's kiss. Exactly what you needed in that moment. 99%, and Casper falls. That invites the space for that victory to be possible.
That round was on a margin of 1%.
To get something, and he got it just on the next life.
Yeah, that's the most important play. That's the most important kill that's happened in the match so far. It's a margin of 1%. I don't want to say that Team Fun threw that, right? Because Fast Fourth, Team Fun had a game plan, right? They knew they wanted to recontest there. They did not want to give it up. Even though they lacked space, they said, if we stop the cart here and then keep enough players alive, we can just sack on and respawn and win the round, right? That's what they're saying. It's the margin of 1% that you don't want to say is anyone's fault in specific, right? But when things like that happen, that's just game defining. Ether, if that rocket is 1 second later, they get the Uber. If he's not right there off his respawn, they get the Uber. And who even knows what would happen if Team Fun actually did just see the point and go back like, hey, we have 100% Uber. We can sack onto cart with our Uber and then our spawners and try it. Like, that could have gone so many different ways. The margins are so fine, but at the end of the day, that's us tied up at 1 apiece.
what's so funny about that to me is that, Zag, you've casted with me for a while. You know how I feel about a minute and a half left
And letting
giving
people have
up
things.
the second to last point, right? I have been vouching for years. I am like, teams that win invite don't give up points like that, you know? Like, that enables those miracle, like, minute and 10 left for last pushes that so often are crazy when you see it that the best teams are able to pull off. So when they started to walk back in, I'm saying to myself, I'm like, yes, Casper's about to get, Toy doesn't have, they're expecting that they're going to give this up, they're going to walk back in and they're going to wipe them and claim it right there. And yet, Casper was just a little too far forward. DT and Ether had just a little bit too good of a nose for it. They thought they might come back in, they got aggressive, they got that damage onto him, and it really was a margin of 1% there. If Casper gets, I'm extremely confident that we are moving on to product right now.
I love that moment, right? Because so often in Team Fortress 2 Highlander, because let's be honest, this game mode is not developed as it could be just due to the sheer like player numbers and support that the game gets from its developer. So many times, especially in like the grand final matchups where it's like a Demento team against a team that probably doesn't have the biggest shot about beating them, we see things like errors be the defining moments. But in that specific moment, no one player made a specific catastrophic error. It's a cascading effect of things that happened where everyone was trying to play the best game they could, and they performed on it pretty admirably. Casper being 2 for forward with 99. Are you really gonna get on him for that? Like, again, that one rocket doesn't come in. His positioning is perfect, right?
He probably had on his screen.
Yeah, he probably had 100 and popped. The Uberbind probably went off in the chat too. You know, like. Oh, that was such fine margins, such good gameplay all around. And it comes in the grand finals. It couldn't come at a better moment for Fast Forward to get that on the board and really get a major confidence boost that they need. If anything, like, you're going into this match after getting 0-2'd in the upper bracket finals, and then you come in on your opponent's map pick. You got shut out on Proot last time. You come in on Swiftwater. Guys, we can win this grand final.
Yeah, it really does open up the doors, and the confidence that it's going to bring forward, knowing that you've played really well on product, which will be our second map. I don't know, you got to feel like you're on top of the world. I mean, speaking of feeling on top of the world, Mujet has to really feel that way. Another 23 frags in the bank, so bringing the map total up to 56 already with this one. So I mean, we saw Lenny have that crazy 6-7K at the end of the first round of the. I don't know, the first half of the second round. if that makes any sense.
Second half.
First round of the second half. And so, but Mujet has been so consistent throughout. So Lenny maybe has shown just a little bit of streakiness, which can be fine, because if you could just pop off and get 7 frags here and there, and it's amazing. But at the same time, Mujet has consistently found those frags, and was one of the reasons that Casper went down so much. I think 2 med picks for him as well, which is nice in a short half.
Yeah, and going into this, third and final half of Swiftwater, where one team is going to be getting that 1-0 lead in the grand final right here. I couldn't be happy about the state that we are in, game-wise, where both teams have shown up to this grand final. Both of them are playing very close to their peaks, but neither of them are playing perfect. We've seen mistakes that have cost teams. We've seen margins that are fine, so fine that they define the entire map. And we're going to be into this last round. I would be so sad if we see the go to Swiftwater final round and like one team gets steamrolled, but I don't think that's going to happen. I feel like both teams are playing well enough that we're just going to get a really good finisher here for map 1.
Hopefully it won't be another, yeah, right. Hopefully it won't be another 16-minute time. We'll see a highly competitive back and forth somewhere in the I don't know, it seems like the teams have settled somewhere in that 8-minute area. It just seemed like almost like a freak occurrence to have that 16-minute time set all the way back in the first half by Team Fun. So hopefully we'll continue to see some high octane play from these two teams.
I'll tell you what though, what I'm a little bit concerned about is the way that Fast Forward pushed last in that first half. I mean, I recognize that the lower bracket finals weren't Saturday, right? They don't have a full week of scrims coming into this. It really felt like just an approach issue. And even though they won that last half,
they didn't have to approach.
They didn't have to. And at the end
I was literally gonna point that out.
It was just Koi, and DT on cart against 4 people, including a heavy, on the side of Fast Fourth, or on Team Fun, and I think DT just had the perfect sticky that knocked them all off cart for like a fraction of a second and they capped, but there are timelines where they don't end up capping that. That Uber was just about to fade. So, like, that's not fully convincing me that Fast Fourth knows how to push last.
We'll have to see, because now they are on offense first for this final half. They will have to come up against that situation where Last is the thing standing in their way of the time. Ether eats an air shot, but he is buffed. Will be able to keep his life for now. Blank, the only person dead at the moment. Cart, it's only getting 1x here. Kind of slow because Blank is dead, so a lot of time bleeding in the end. Casper takes some damage, will end up backing up. Sin Karma eats a pipe with no Demo Man. They should be looking to get out of dodge very shortly. There's the gun pull from Hyphen. High bomb coming in from Ether, looking to see any stragglers that he could take down, and they do end up picking up Lenny.
Yeah, not a bad frag.
DT reflect pipes, I believe, and just gets one shot, or rocket or something, so he will be dead. It won't be the sack that they were able to get last time, but first gonna get capped up here.
Tunnel hold, tunnel hold!
They do have a tunnel, yeah. That's the gun, that's the medic, and this is called out here by Jay-Z. He sees the flames, he sees the combo, so the question now is what will be the response out of Fast Fourth? They are looking in with Mujet inquisitively to see what they can get here. Jay-Z not able to cross in behind, gets caught out. Here comes a banner as well.
The best outcome here for Team Fun is try your best. Looks like they are doing a good job denying the Uber. I'm kind of curious to see if Hyphen's going to pull, but it looks like he doesn't have to. Either way, they denied the Uber. It's just now a matter of the
behind. One rocket does so much damage. He kills Sin Karma, takes the medic very low. Here's Rebel! Rebel! Can you get it down? He hits one shotgun, but the Hyphen's level 3 does the work for them. Ends up saving the medic. That could have been disastrous if that medic got flanked by the upper players.
And that level 3 just did work. Just racked up 4 frags in the matter of a couple of seconds, and just perfectly placed to make sure that it's protecting so many different angles. It needs to go down, but I don't know what Fast Fourth are gonna do. It looks like they are just trying to spam, keep that cart going forward. They gotta find the frag onto him.
By arrows, but he does end up going down. But Melon, Poseidon, they're dead. Lenny winning the SVS. All of a sudden, 4 down on the side of Fast Fourth. Gonna have to back up. In the meantime, Ether again in the flank. We've seen Ether and Rebel decide to go behind here. Reflect, rocketed. Hunter just puts him down on that bomb. DT sniped by Lenny on the respawn. There needs to be a regroup here from the side of Fast Fourth. They do have their Uber, as does Casper. So, you know, second chance. The direct face-to-face didn't get you anything last time. You gonna run it back?
Yeah, well, Jacob isn't in a position right now to be calling exactly what happens. It looks like, you know, he is kind of ready for the push potentially to come up top, and right now it looks like they still want to contest over in main. The Ubers do go out. There are no frags traded yet between the two teams. DT is the first casualty as Poseidon and Blank come over on the top side. Both of them are going to go down. Yeah, 3 down for Fast Fourth. They still haven't found a way to break this hold. I guess maybe they weren't expecting and they don't know how to play against it.
So
I'm not
this
sure.
is such a good strat call. Zag and I, we've talked about this.
We've talked about tunnel hold for so much.
I think this hold is really bad objectively, but to bust this out in half 3 of Grands, when you probably never even hinted at it as much all season, takes some stones on the side of Team Fun right now, and they are reaping the rewards.
Yeah, and they got the banner running forward. Logan on a 6K. Like Alto said, we've talked so much about the theory of tunnel hold and why it can work, when it can work. Right now, the response is not coming through from Fast Fourth. Normally, we've seen Ether and Rebel be a 2-man squad in behind. You need more. Send Mujet in behind. Mujet hasn't had a single shot in this tunnel. It's such a bad angle. Here comes another Uber exchange, trying to make it work, forcing it through the front gates a 3rd time. But the Pyro Hunter is doing such a good job at denying Melon, and DT caught in. Melon's about to die, but we are into a pause. And yeah, this is just not working at all for Fast Fourth.
Attack pause.
Oh boy.
Well, I want to use this pause to go into detail about tunnel hold and like how you can break it, because like you said, we've theorized this is a very
really simple. It's really simple, but it sounds really counterintuitive. Take your sniper, march him upward, position him at red spawn.
Yeah, exactly.
The point's over.
It can't just be Rebel and Ether. Right now they're sending Poseidon up top. That's kind of a deviation within before. You need more. Heavy, soldier, sniper, engineer. Send half the team and pinch this tunnel squad.
Yeah, I mean, even Jacob has been watching for it, but there's only so much you can do because at that point you're fighting from the low ground. So yeah, your soldier can try to jump up top to contest. Your demo can try to lob sticks, but if you're sending so many players that way, you've just you're now in a position where you're fighting from the low ground as the defense, which is not an enviable spot to be in. So it's interesting they do continue to keep going tunnel. Hunter has a very small, like a narrow corridor that he can just air blast everything in. They're not really spread out, so he can just push back 3-4 players with one air blast every single time. It's maybe this is hopefully, like you said, Alto, attack pause and just some time to say like, okay, what the heck are we gonna do to break this?
Dolphin has a really good view right now of the Pyro's flames making X. Dolphin, can you zoom out and just like look at this from third person perspective? Because at Melon's 2 HP, I think she's the most screwed TF2 player I've ever seen. Like, if there was like a percentile of like, are you dying in the next few seconds, it'd be at 1,000%.
Oh, that's incredible.
Oh my god!
That's
yeah,
the most dead TF2 player I've ever seen.
If only the gun was pointed that way too, then
Why
really...
is Hunter flaming his own medic?
Trying to extinguish, maybe?
He's Ubered!
Well, I mean, Logan isn't. Maybe he extinguishes Logan here in a second.
I think Melon just hits a clutch air blast and runs out with the power jack and calls it a day here.
We still have not gotten official word about the reason of the pause, although normally if they're not telling us it's lag, maybe it's tack. Dolphin, did you say something just now? It's confirmed as tack from Fast Fourth, so... Yeah, I mean, they definitely have to talk about it because... Yeah,
don't get hard held on second in Grand Finals without taking attack.
Yeah, pause is 90 seconds in the future, remember. Timer is, the map timer, rather, is ticking down in pause, because that's just how spectating works in TF2. So it's not a minute and a half left, right? It's like, however many minutes out when we started. It's probably around like 4.5, something like that. Maybe more. But yeah, 90 seconds minus that. That's how long they have to figure out a way around this tunnel hold.
Yeah, it wasn't enough to take us to a third round on just our first map. We're still only on the first map. It's I appreciate, I understand, it's grand finals, take the tack pause, but we gotta keep moving here. I mean, we're past 11.
Is there a 5-minute official limit on tack pauses? Do we have an official limit for tack pause timers?
No, I think the usual limit is 15, but that's lightly enforced.
Okay, we might need, as teams start utilizing these tack pauses more, which they definitely are of recent seasons, we might need to get some admins together to make a rule on the tack pause timing. Because if you think about it, a timeout in Counter-Strike is 60 to 90 seconds, depending on the organizer. So, normally you don't get that much time. Granted, in that game, you have a coach who comes in on the mic, and you don't want him talking too long as well, because he has the entire strat book at his disposal, but still.
I think, I think that makes sense to have a certain amount of time for it. Just to, I mean, I don't know. I could keep going down the shit, but it could make sense too, because the with the Twitch, with the stream delays being at about 90 seconds, it would make sense for maybe about a 2-minute delay at most for attack pause. I know there's a lot to talk through and there's a lot to talk about, but it's definitely there's opportunity for some gamesmanship, which I'm all for in certain circumstances, but you don't want, and I'm not saying, of course, that Fast Fourth are abusing anything like that.
Yeah, they're within their right. They're playing by the rule book here.
Yes.
I hate Dolphin. Can we get this guy off the broadcast? Every week I'm casting with you. You have a new gimmick for when Team Fortress 2 production inevitably goes off the rails, where we gotta like acknowledge something in the broadcast, because that's just how the game is. You just got something new every time. The Dolphin Pointer, the Subway Surfers. Here's the unpause. Melon dies. No one saw that coming. Logan's dead as well. Here it comes. 90 seconds in the future is the time you have to be looking for. That's when you have to see what is the strat changing for Fast Forward. What are they doing different in that time?
I think next time, Dolphin, you got to open up BlueStacks and actually start playing Subway Surfers during the game. But we'll see. Yeah, 90 seconds in the future. Exactly, what the reason for the attack was. Jacob, gets the stab onto Mujet, was in great position. It looks like they did finally decide to go up top.
But it's the combo.
Yeah,
Oh,
putting a
this
medic
is-
in behind is a lot more risky because you're committing your heals all the way through. They're trying just to brute force through this area. DT is up top, trying to spam onto that gun, but the setup is a bit too far forward. The stickies will not do anything unless he swings a bit wider. Jacob, in the meantime, has called this out. He knows exactly who is in this up top, and it looks like right now, fast forward to fine with it. You see right now, Lenny has swung around to have his scope aimed at this up top angle, and still, they haven't made their move yet. Blank is dead, so no scout can be able to get space here on second. Yeah, they're trying. Mujette is here trying to take an SVS against Lenny, but being lit on fire. They're gonna Uber in from behind.
Yeah, and it's just getting denied again from under because it's only DT that was in it. Poseidon just gets kind of forced in it by nature of being there, and I'm guessing this is probably where the tac pause came in.
So they tried
Just Toy
that,
and Melon
right?
are trapped in upper, getting rescued by Blank. Zach, there's a very important word that you said when we were discussing how to break this. That word was
Pinch.
split.
Yeah,
pinch,
split
as in
them.
split pressure. It's great that they're going behind, but it doesn't matter if you go behind if you have no one pushing from the front, because then they can just turn around. The point is you push from two angles at the same time.
Yeah, and the Uber needs to stay tunnel, right? Because tunnel is so much harder to get through than up top, where once you get into that area, you can jump through windows, you can have your scout go out wide. It's so much easier to get out in upper. The combo needs to stay in tunnel. And here they are in tunnel once again. The banner is popped out once again from Joey Lemons here, getting some space. Toy not popping that Uber quite yet. They're at 90%, so banner will expire. This is the moment. This is what we're waiting for. Do they have the pinch ready? Do they have the strats ready? A lot more people are in behind. We see Rebel, Soldiers, Heavy, Mujette. They're up here. This is the split they need, and here comes the Uber.
Yeah, the Uber is in and trying to do something, but...
They got Logan behind. Mujette.
Yeah,
He's threatening.
Mujette finds one. I mean, now they're committing the rest of the body, so it is a split, but the pinch didn't come exactly at the same time.
They're
It's
still
a little
trying.
delayed.
Simcom is dead, as is Hunter. Mujette finally finding impact, although DT taking out on the front lines. Both teams losing players, but Casper's dead. Ether finds the bomb, finally gets in and takes down that medic. It does come at the cost of his and many others' life, but they'll take it. The respawn timers are fast. They'll be able to get out here. The gun from Hyphen is the last bastion in the tunnel.
Yeah, I'm actually would be very curious to see Melon just run at the spawn right now. I don't know if anyone would. I mean, I don't know if Melon would really be able to do too much with it, but besides delay, well, either way,
Just teleported into a body shot, I think, and it got lowered to 1 HP instantly.
The banner, though, Joey Lemons has these banners up all the time, just keeping players alive. That's a Hyphen. Lenny gonna drop to that side pressure. The pinch is finally arrived. Melon doing damage on the front, and Casper dead. Mujette been posted up on this bridge for minutes now. He's making a difference. Poseidon in, gonna take down some Karma. Finally, this is the breakthrough that fast fourth needed. They finally found the correct allocation of players, and they will be capping second. The question is, what is the time?
yeah. Well, that's what you
over,
think.
Zach, over under 7.5.
I feel like 7's
I'm
closer. I'm gonna go under.
Yeah, I think slightly under.
It's close, though.
It is. I mean, I
Second
guess it also
results is-
depends. Team Fun look like they're trying to
Yeah,
contest
they want to
this.
get out here. Melon is dead. Lenny's posted up here, and they will have to force this Uber.
Get
They
the
need
Uber,
kills here.
that's so big.
Casper's dead, though. Poseidon, he jumps out of the window and kills Honesty and Casper in that choke. So even though they had to Uber, it's not bad at all. And now they might be able to
7:35.
snowball.
Oh,
just over.
8:16.
Just over. It was so close.
It's more than just over. It's 45 seconds over.
I thought you said 7:30.
I did. It's 8:16.
Oh, okay. It's 7:45. It's fine. Either way, yeah, they're going to have a big advantage here on players trying to look forward. DT has some stickies in lower, but players already out. Never mind. Hunter taken down. Mujette being a menace as usual, but Jacob shuts him down in the meantime. Now, cart stack coming through. Damage. There's Jacob with a 2K as well. Gets 3 overall in that push, and now Casper dead as well. Ether finds his way in backlines as he always does and takes that medic.
So far, I mean, just breaking out that strat, so great. I mean, we already talked about it, but so great for Team Fun. It's really set them up for so much success that at this point, you never want to say anything's a foregone conclusion, but even if everything from this point on becomes a disaster, you've already set a time that you know that is very beatable. So everything from this point on is just gravy.
He's dead. Mujette finds a tiny crack shot from the upper window in apartments and takes down Casper, doubling up now into Hunter. Mujette is doing as much as he possibly can for this team. Jacob dead. They're getting so many kills. They need to find their way in. Level 3 gun is here. Is there any sappers around? They're gonna have to Uber in onto it just to take it down. They will get it after a bit of fighting going on onto it. Joey is dead as well. They should get this capture, but watch out for Logan. He's in behind. They're trying to get some players out. Honesty dead. Pyro going on top of it. Popped up in the corner. Toy serves into IT, and they will get the capture and keep their medic.
Yeah, they got to keep rolling this along if they can. Mujet is getting forward, maybe to just get an angle to see if he can get anything clutch here. DT pushing forward. Poseidon is there too. Toy not far behind, and Mujet does find Karma. So no demo to contest this. After bombs over the top, finds Lenny. As long as the cart keeps rolling, they put themselves in a pretty good position.
And now that Lenny's dead, Mujet, he's swinging out wide onto Yard. There can be no peeks from Team Fun here. They are so afraid of Mujet taking their heads off. Look, Logan jumps for a second. He gets his head taken off. Mujet can do no wrong.
And this, I mean, that's part of the beauty of that hold in Tunnel. Mujet really wasn't able to come alive, but now that they get out in the open space, you can just see they were just trying to do everything they can to...
Karma! He stacks the sticks on the cart. It's a nuke. He gets 3 instantly. The repush, that's what we saw. That's what Team Fun wanted to do last round. Just when you think their guard is down, pop that Uber out, be aggressive, and it works this time perfectly.
And the cart rolls all the way down the hill too, which is just a heartbreaker now for Team Fun. Yeah, they've got the bodies, but they've lost the positioning. They've lost the momentum that they've had, and just valuable time from watching that cart fall backwards. And now it's actually continuing to move backwards. Blank should jump on it in just the second, and we'll see that this is a good stabilization from Team Fun.
Yep, all players alive on this defense, only Melon spawning up, being taken down by Lenny. Blank gets the cart pretty far up. He barely gets up. It gets rolled down all the way again, but Jay-Easy and Poseidon are getting kills. Ether bombing in, takes down some Karma and Casper. Ether gets so much damage onto that combo, and finally this should be the 4th capture. 11:34. I mean, to be honest, if they do this in less than 5 minutes, better than they did in round 1.
Yeah, right? I mean, I think that's kind of still called improvement. We just forget round 2 altogether. But DT going down, Lenny on a 4K now as he finds that headshot. The cart going down the ramp, and they're going to try to bring it forward. I mean, all 9 players alive for Team Fun, so someone's got to find the clutch pick. And, of course, you look to Mujet, but Ether, of course, has come alive too, and has so much opportunity to bomb in. As long as they can do something with this gun, I think they have opportunity.
Toy does have Uber ad. It's 100% to 60 on Casper. This is a huge ad. You do not want to lose this chance here. They decide to go lower. Early pop, trying to get in, make sure they don't want to die to a sniper. They're going to get the gun instantly. Jay-Easy has been keeping it down all game. Honesty shoved off that traffic light and taken down. Rebel, 1 card push it down, but here's Ether. Trades for Lenny. That's a pretty decent trade overall, but you need some more damage. They're all sacking onto the cart. Again, there's no high ground control at all. This was a full Uber advantage push. They finally are getting spawns. Mujet rails off 2 more headshots. Skybox is Hyphen trying to surf all the way down. Melon's dead. Sin Karma finds the pipe. Here comes Jay-Easy, gets 1. Sin Karma down. Gun sack. But again, full Uber advantage push. They lose it because they don't keep high ground.
It's just so hard to, like, I mean, honestly, looking up and shooting is just more difficult just in the games. I find Ether bombs in, does not find anything off of Mujet, gets picked up. So not only is it just more difficult, but then, you know, stickies and rockets and everything can just rain from above. And yeah, you put yourself in a pretty tough position. Like, obviously you need players there to push the cart, but it's so valuable to at least have some pressure, or at least you fight up top and then you dive down on the cart after.
Cart rolling back now. Jay-Z not opting to get on top of it. Jacob, he's seen the threat. He will get that pick onto Mujet. We do see now Lenny uncontested rain over this cart. He's done so much work since he's come up on this last point, and he finds Jay-Z and take down that spine, not able to get in or enforce with a gun. So gun will be more long for the world on this push. Here comes the Uber through the side. They're gonna look to focus on Honesty. Eats 1 sticky too, and he does get taken down.
Yeah,
but they just drop low ground. They all drop low ground. Toy's just dead.
Toy gets headshot.
She gets sniped.
Yeah. I mean, the Uber was fading, and maybe think, okay, let's get on the cart. I mean, but the gun gets taken, and now nobody else was there to contest up top.
He's doing work.
And Ether, oh, wow. They do manage to get Hunter solo on health.
Spawn advantage does come in clutch, and they will cap it in the end. 14-11, hey, better than round 1.
It's going to be tough. I don't know. I want to see something out of Fast Fourth here, and I hope they don't just roll over and say, man, you know, it's a bummer that we got held on second. Let's just, you know, prepare ourselves mentally for the next map. You still, Team Fun don't make as many mistakes, but that doesn't mean that you have to roll over in this one.
You know, whenever Lenny does end up hitting that retirement button from Team Fortress 2, I think we are looking at the next Jacob Stack sniper on the other side of the server. Mujet is so crazy. He does so much work all the time, opening up pick after pick for his team. They get it across the finish line. It's not pretty. Has to be a 14-minute defense. Mujet is going to be the centerpiece to that, right? If he gets shut down at all, I have a feeling that this one's going to be over sooner than it started.
I mean, we'll see. Who knows? Maybe Mujet will just ascend to yet another level and start taking out body after body and just give Team Fun no chance.
You guys want to hear my crackpot theory?
Sure,
yes.
Let her rip.
The limited amount of scrims on this map, combined with the fact that Fast Forward, by virtue of being the second best team playing the first best team, had no scrims that were better than they were. In any of their Swiftwater scrims, they didn't need to take upper control. They could just run it in through lower, and because they were the better team, they would just win. Which is something that Jacob himself has always been really big on. It's just like, he's always said, you know, just get Swift force pressure. Swift flash pressure. Just get card pressure, make them respond to it more often than not. You know, they'll just slip up and let it go in. And more often than not, he's fine, but this is the best team in Highlander right now. You can't rely on them slipping up and whoopsieing the card.
Yeah, they just are so inconsistent on the last push, and it's cost them over and over again. But now into this last half, this last round of Swiftwater, has to be the 14-minute defense coming out here from fourth. Otherwise, 1-0 start for the side of Team Fun. Jacob in behind, gonna look for the decode onto Mujet, trying to shut him down. He does get a freezy pick, Sap included. Maybe the gun goes down, does end up getting saved by Rebel. He can't pull it though, stays in. Lenny finds that headshot. That's big. Now Rebel can't build on second in any fast amount of time.
Yeah, I think immediately Team Fun, they sense blood in the water. They're running everyone forward. Lenny knows that, oh, well, Mujet did just spawn, but he's still got some time to maybe try to find a pick before he's got to worry about the sniper on the other end. Team Fun just continuing. Pretty much all 9 players on the cart right now. Jacob is going to move forward as Lenny finds a kill onto Poseidon, and Mujet trades it for...
Here comes the Uber. It's
Karma.
still the Scout Pyro duo. They really like this Uber for some reason, even though it did get Mujet, I guess. Scout just runs in, gets that kill. Uber now out in counter. Casper left out alone. He's too far in front of Tunnel. Gets taken down by the DT sticky bombs. Now it's about keeping players alive. I did hear a banner popped out. This time it's Ether building that one up for his defense. Mujet, Rebel, they will get their spawns up shortly, and it's a good solid first test here for the defense of Fast Forward.
Oh, Jacob is amongst behind enemy lines.
He was disguised as engineer. Surely the engineer is not going to be staying there. Did he live? How did he live? Come on.
I don't know. I thought for a second like he was just gonna go on a chain stab right there. Just everyone believed is disguised, but either way, I mean, it's a little bit of a stabilization here for the defense. But DT getting picked up, yeah, that's huge.
And that was Reflex rocketed. They just lost 2 key combo members. Lenny the only casualty in return for Jay-Z getting that one, but just 4 down instantly. They gotta leave. Casper dead. Mujet, of course he finds it. Why wouldn't he? He's out right side spawn and gets that med pick. That said, it cost them 5 players. Toy running back into spawn, trying to latch onto whoever she can to build this last percentage. I don't think they can give this over. I think if they want any hope, they need to get this Uber and pop and contest out onto third.
Yeah, but it's not going to help if they're bleeding numbers. They got to be careful because Blank got taken down pretty low, still at about 50,
He's
20 HP.
He gets DT. He almost doubles up, but that's a big pick. No Devilman. Who's going to get onto this cart? It has to be Ether. They can't do it. No DT. Are they going to try? They're going to try. Onto cart, sticky bombs, air blast. It gets nothing and it gets capped. It's disaster for Fast Fourth.
Oh man, yeah, of course you gotta use onto your soldier, and it's just the pyro there.
Jacob's
just
7
ready
DT just ends it instantly there. No Devilman, who's gonna get him off the cart? Has to be Ether, but he's got 4 rockets. What can he do?
Well, it's just consistently playing on the back foot now for Fast Forward. There's just been no opportunity really to get a solid hold on defense. Like, yeah, there's some opportunity here to stabilize, but with Team Fun pushing the cart so far forward, the Ubers are about even, and now Mujet going down. This should be Team Fun. They gotta push this, continue pushing this advantage.
So much damage coming in. Jacob sapping the gun. Logan able to get the kill onto Aether. Pyro WM1ing, and Hunter reflects a projectile, does some damage, and they will get a lot of kills on this ramp. Melon Poseidon gonna drop in the meantime. Both meds charging that Uber, getting pretty close here, but card control firmly held by the side of Team Fun. They're gonna see Jay-Z as well in the backlines. Headshots ringing out from Lenny. He says, I'm not gonna get left out of this map. Knows off some of his own. Jay-Z finally cleaned up. Will it be recontest? They have the Uber. They want to try it. They're positioned like they want to. DT tries to walk out in the front. Soldier coming in to Hunter. Gets the flash. Denies it all. It gets nothing. They have to get back into last. DT's dead.
Yeah, with the card cap too. Everyone is forward. DT not going to be up for another 10 seconds or so, so that area denial is completely... Oh
Jacob,
my god,
two,
Jacob!
Gets onto 3, but gets popped up and killed. Chain Stab, though, does a lot of work. Sentry Gun gets a couple kills. Sin Karma goes down before it does. Joey going to clean that one up. Both meds 30%, but with tons of players down, this might just end up in a dry push.
Yeah, there's still the ability there for Team Fun to do that. Maybe bring a couple players towards the lobby. I mean, Fast Forward do have all the respawns now, but Rebel goes down again. So even though that gun is about to get taken out, and there it goes. So still no gun to contest with. If you're Team Fun, you're feeling pretty good about that. And now with Jacob behind enemy lines.
Yeah, we butter knife some wall things. No sniper, and now card stack coming in. Honestly, Sin Karma do end up dying. Their Hunter reflecting a lot of rockets. They gotta get onto a reflect. Airshot hits 3. It's just a scout now. Blank very low. They do clean it up. Jay-Z gets a big 2K in the back lines to keep things safe. Last one, Jacob tries to get onto it.
Is the cart gonna stay there? Yeah, are we gonna see the same thing?
The bug, it couldn't roll back. It's just as close. If it doesn't roll back, that's insane. That's come up inside there.
Oh,
he drops Melon and gets the big Melon. You cannot let yourself get stabbed there.
Oh wow! It just
what an
bombs,
ending.
Basically, I'm
gonna get called back to the time fallen though to remember when I did that to Arts Hispanian and Pyro on last. But Jesus Christ, Jacob ends it in style. That's the 2-1 in favor of Team Fun, taking their Swiftwater pick.
I mean, it was gonna happen eventually, but of course, that was a great way to end it. And yeah, I mean, tough one for Fast Forward. They played that map pretty well. Obviously there were mistakes from both teams, but they also each team took advantage of the other team's mistakes. So sometimes you just see really bad Highlander, right, where both teams are making mistakes, and it just becomes like all right, which one of you is gonna play worse than the other. This was mistakes being made and taking advantage of them, fast paced, and players really kind of forcing errors too from the other team. So really awesome map to kick off this grand final.
And that one was a lot more competitive in the end. Like, granted, the 2 rounds that were taken by Team Fun were a lot more decisive than the one taken by Fast Fourth, but that one took a lot more out of us. 2-0 might have been expected by a lot of people, but at least for Fast Fourth, showed you could win a round. You showed that if you do take advantage of what is given to you, you can win these rounds, right? Like the Uber push out of Fast Fourth, the lack of an Uber push on Fourth out of Team Fun, that ended in disaster for them. That's just that happens, right? Sometimes you make a decent call, you position for it, and it doesn't work out. So Fast Fourth, they are on a level where they can take rounds. It's just going into now their own map pick of product. Can it be consistent?
And I think
just want to point out for posterity's sake that who printed the 2-1 here?
All of us, honestly.
Well,
I don't think so. No,
Alto, you were brave enough.
I don't think you get to Lenin your incorrect pred out of history like that.
You review the tapes.
We can watch back the tapes, but yeah. That's gonna be a really interesting Swiftwater. I had a lot of fun with that one. The tunnel hold as well, coming in the final half.
Yeah, that, man, I'm like, on the one hand, I'm very, like, you mentioned, right, Zag, about how, like, TF2 as an esport, Highlander especially, is just underdeveloped, right? Like, we've said before, if Valve announced, like, $100,000 major for TF2 tomorrow, within 6 months, both Highlander and Sixes would be completely different than what they are now. Just with that, amount of effort in, talent and number of people coming in. But that move by Team Fun felt like a real esports move. You know what I mean?
Which one?
The tunnel holding.
Oh yeah, tunnel holding.
In the final half of a map in grand finals, you pull that out, like that is a set play. That's not like sometimes you go on a mid, right? And your main caller is like, I'm feeling an aggro mid this time. Why?
Yeah.
Because, you know, because it feels right. You know what I mean? No, that was a set play where they said, you know what? This is going to have surprise value. I think they know. If you asked Jacob, I bet, he'd tell you exactly how to beat that hold. But he did that because he's banking that in the moment, they're not going to be able to adapt to it. And admittedly, right, I would be surprised if anyone on Team Fun thought they were going to hold that tunnel for as long as they did.
Yeah, they probably thought that, you know, we might cheese a couple, like 1, 2, maybe 3 Ubers out of it if we're lucky, but it bought them so much more.
And then they say, oh, and then maybe we don't wipe, right? And we can back out and get a real second hold in. Because they're not going to be prepared for it. And that's exactly the essence of it. And I'm torn between being, like, really happy that there was such, like, a good play made versus being a little disappointed that I almost feel like we kind of got robbed of what could have been a nail-biting half by just the fact that Fast Fourth got completely blindsided by that.
Yeah, it was a blind signing of the highest order in the grand finals, and for that, Team Fun, they get the one
Toy
lead.
had 1 death in that to Casper's 10?
Yeah, people pointed out Toy 1 death to Casper's 10. Toy almost never died at all. Casper continued the trend of, you know, being a respawn timer on more occasion than one. Even so, it doesn't matter. They don't need Casper to win. Who needs him? Who needs a medic? Overall deaths is 27-13 for the map. Casper doubled Toy's deaths. Just goes to show you, yeah, it doesn't matter. Logs don't mean nothing.
When you die, not how many times you die.
Yeah, because it's the Alto Classic. If you die 10 times in a row, that's only like, that's less Ubers than you lost if you died, you know, spaced out.
Exactly. Yeah, you get spawn camped 4 times in a row. That's basically like 1 drop.
Yeah, 1 drop, not that bad. 15-second spawner, that's 1 drop. Yeah, but that said, we are going to be moving into product Fast Forward's last chance saloon here. If Team Fun ends up winning this one, it will be the championship, Season 15, going in favor of Team Fun. We've been, you know, hyped them up as the proper champions, highest likely to be champions since the start of the season, 1 map away from realizing it. In the meantime, while players load in, want to plug the RGL merch. Again, check out the RGL merch shop. We got a lot of cool new designs in this new rotation. A lot of ones that a lot of people like. The map ones with Japanese on them. The frog, very cute. The snake, or the crab rather, not the frog. Frog was last time. But yeah, a ton of great designs. All the proceeds go towards helping RGL run. Admins, production, in-house graphic team, all get a cut of it. So you like supporting TF2 and you like some new designs, pick them up.
Bro, just looking at it, that Suijin shirt is like something that you would expect to see out of like some like urban streetwear shop that would drop that on like a limited release on Instagram for like $85. And I say that in the best way possible.
Yeah, it's $85. It's $85 you're willing to spend.
That is next level. Like I am a huge fan of the simplistic, you know, cute, you know, frog, snake, spy crab. That is a design. You know what I mean? There are some levels to that. And I can read some Japanese, but not anywhere near enough for that one.
Not enough to be more than just looking at the shirt.
That's crazy. The more I look at that, I'm really impressed by that. Big ups to whoever made that.
And the links are thrown in chat every once in a while with exclamation point merch. So yeah, check out the RGL shop to browse these designs, pick them up if you do like them. Do wait for some players to get into the server. Do we want to go to a break? Honestly, we haven't planned one, but
I think Vox has already called one for himself, so we might as well.
Yeah, Dolphin, take it to a quick break. Don't go anywhere, everyone. We'll be right back with the second map of Grand
Finals. Get let out of the cage real quick.
Yeah, we need a small break. Welcome back, everyone, to the RGL Highlander Season 15 Grand Finals between Team Fun and Fast Fourth. We just watched Team Fun win a somewhat close and somewhat not 2-1 on Swiftwater, their own map pick, to go up 1-0 in the series. We're now on to Product, Fast Fourth's map pick. For this, it is win and keep going, or lose and go home in second place.
Yeah, it was a crazy match. I mean, you're talking a solid close to 2-hour affair on Swiftwater. Now, coming into Product, which is going to be a change of pace just because the pace of play on Product is just non-stop. So, I mean, obviously, it's not that Swiftwater was boring. There was non-stop action there, but I don't know. I feel like you just got to shift your mentality now, going from like a payload map to Product. This is a map that everyone knows, that everyone plays. It's the default competitive map, and you got to make sure that you're ready. I mean, we were talking about how awesome it was bringing out that the tunnel hold. I don't know, maybe if your team Fast Fourths, maybe you have some kind of interesting strat you can pull out no one's ever seen on Product. I'm not sure.
I've got a really interesting strat no one has ever seen before on Product.
What would that be?
Your sniper's going Super Saiyan 3, and you pocket him, and he drops 60 kills, and you win.
That is a win condition for Fast Fourth to look at. Mujet last map was, he looked like a man possessed, right? That guy could do no wrong. The small moments where Lenny, got a couple kill streaks here and there was overshadowed by Mujet being the can opener, being the do-it-all man for Fast Fourth. And he's going to have to continue to do it all if his team wants any open winning this.
And I want to point out that a lot of the times when there's an underdog team on Product, we say, like, yeah, if their sniper pops off, they could win this as kind of almost like a bit of a stock, like,
of
it
course
could
you
have...
can. If the sniper kills
Mujet
we
is
win.
already, having a beam battle with the entirety of Team Fun right now. And he barely lost it last half. And now you put him on Product, a map where he may be able to influence the map even more. I mean, that has to be the biggest boost of confidence right now for Fast Fourth. Okay, they took a half off, right? They drew it out, right? They got kills on Casper. Casper is not untouchable tonight. Mujet's activated. Product's yours for the taking.
Yep, and we're going to be loading into the map already. It's going to be Team Fun coming in on red, Fast Fourth on blue. Let's see if Fast Fourth can get these rounds on the board and keep this grand final running.
Yeah,
both Delman taking a slow rollout. The other them getting there very fast, opting to keep their health instead. Poseidon's dead already. Lenny taking that heavy off the field. Bomb in from Ather, trying to get some big damage with J-Eazy. Mujet, though, taken down by Joey on the back lines. It's 5 down, it's 6 down. It's a complete counter attack coming forward from the entirety of Team Fun. Toy trying to escape with her life, will manage to make it back to spawn, but showing of dominance in mid one.
Yeah, very clean. Very clean take by Team Fun, and now they're going to forward hold too. DT already going to go down. Blank should be next. Ether bombs in, gets one rocket onto Casper, but can't get any more. So good job. Casper is going to get up on Uber right about now. Toy is out with 90%, and got to be careful because, well, Jacob did just go down. Might have been able to call where Toy was at.
Jay-Z has a line open right now onto the Medicure. It's only 4 alive. They're getting respawners on the side of Team Fun. Now they're going to be able to walk on Casper on some stickies. Needs to pop, and he will end up popping that solo onto Sin Karma right now, trying to get some damage done, but flashes from Toy will keep everyone healthy. And they got to back up here. They got no damage. They got no space. They got Lenny on Cliff, though. If this Uber ends, it could be big. Ether, though, jumping on top Casper. He's dead. Taken down by Melon, but Toy dead in return. Neither team with a medic, both with 3 to 4 down. More down in on the side of Fast Fourth, though. It's going to be Team Fun able to keep control here and recapture the point.
Yeah, they looks like they may be waiting for spawn. Do they not know they don't have point right now?
They're scared of Mujet probably, but
there is one player in the server without a point to
yeah. That's fair point.
Mujet,
it's Mujet.
Bombed on mid, camped by Jacob in second life. Mujet's still not on the board yet. They're respecting him too. They did not walk onto that point till he was gone. Here comes a sack over the top. DT does get backstabbed, but Joey Lemon's taking down Jacob. Looking for a pick if he could find a flame down by Melon, not able to find it. A lot of concrete pressure here from the flank of Team Fun. Sniper as well, but Mujet now on the board takes down Sin Karma, opening up a ton of space for his team. Lenny gonna have to look and see if he can shut this man down. Playing from the pocket position, but Jay-Z gonna be able to call out where he is, what to look at now. Point gonna be edged forward by Fast Forward.
Yeah, Lenny does get the body shot onto Mujet, so
Very low.
Yeah.
DT gonna get an arrow and stay alive. Cap going in favor of Fast Fourth. Minute down on the clock, but Mujette, another big pick onto Honesty this time. Uber coming across solo onto the scout here. Logan not able to get a kill, not much damage either, but a lot of flashes forced. Rebel being jumped by Joey, turns around, kills him. Jacob dead as well. It's man advantage for the side of Fast Fourth, but they need to get the space back. Sin Karma is holding it.
Yeah, point does go in their favor. Just right now, everyone on Fast Fourth is a little shaken up. It looks like they are trying to bring it back together. Yeah, Logan goes down. DT on point, just spamming sticks around.
Easy gets one.
Gets Hunter.
Casper's one. Casper needs
Someone's
to get
gotta
taken
go
down
in.
here. Bomb
Ether's
enough.
bombed.
Ether. They need to clean up, and Ether with the cleanup does take down that enemy medic. That's exactly what Fast Fourth needed to keep in this map right now. Bomb counter in return. Melon gonna deny very easily with that air blast. Very good plays overall from the side of Fast Fourth.
Yeah, no worries there on the bomb in from Joey Lemon. Just good job from Melon, keeping composure and make sure you protect your med. Jacob is gonna get bled out.
That's hilarious.
Geez. Goes down, and you know, time is relatively even. About 30-second ad still for Team Fun as it ticks in Fast Fourth's favor. Joey Lemon bombs over the top.
The Devilman Soldier Crossfire both hit it. They had a stick and a rocket. Toy was none the wiser. Instantly drops that Uber.
Yeah, everyone else goes in. Blank gets a couple of kills. So Team Fun, I mean, they're looking a little worse for wear, but they have their medic and they're building at about a 50%, maybe 60% ad now. So they're looking pretty good. I think you try to dry push this too. Their medic is just up. Should be on their way. Oh wait, no, Toy is already there. But it's still, I think with Team Fun, you've got the confidence to try to go for a dry push, and you know you have the Uber in your back pocket in case you need to.
Lenny posted up on the cliff, takes down Ether. First pick of this push for them. An immediate Uber coming out. They just want to space. DT serves a lot of damage, gets out alive. For now, though, Logan chases in. Logan can't find the last hit, and he will get taken down. They don't get any big kills on that Uber. They do get the point, though, and time was in the lead of Fast Fourth right now, so gonna have to get even back up, though. Toy back on 75% here, so ball actually in Fast Fourth's court here. Jay-Z looking for the drop down, trying to find any pick he can. Reverse bomb by Joey Lemons. I know how that feels, and he's dead.
Well, the only good thing right now for Team Fun is the fact that Mujette just did respawn, and you know, Fast Fourth are probably looking to him to find a pick. Uber is up for Toy now, coming through by Japan. DT is gonna bomb over the top. And not gonna find too much. Oh, Hunter's gonna go down. Jacob falls elsewhere. So point looks like it might go in the
walked down to the sideline. Why leave through there? He could have just backed out through the house. He was perfectly fine. The kite was so good. The Uber came out from fourth. There was no one in any imminent danger, but Casper just strafes into the open and gets punished.
That's a problem. Yeah, now Toy just building again, gonna sit on a pretty nice ad point in their favor. 30 seconds left, so right now Team Fun have to come up and find some time on this point, force an overtime. And just to know, Casper is still on Betting Gun, no quick fix.
very low. Great pipe, kills Sin Karma, keeps himself alive, not for long though. Honesty gonna shut him down. Jacob in behind, gets his knife melted by Melon and taken down. Bomb in from Ether in return. Ether does a pretty big amount of damage. Hyphen, Mujette gonna get a kill on that headshot. Lenny dead as well. Mujette is uncontested. Too many spawners are in. Point gets catch up for the side of Team Fun, but Mujette, he's still alive. He's still in headshots. He's on fire. He doesn't care. He takes down Hunter.
Yeah, I think you're fine with this if you're Fast Fourth, just because you know you have full ad. Yeah, you're going to go in over the top and see what you can get. Blank is going to run in. He's going to be the first man in. Ether bombs in too. Casper falls. Yeah, Mujette finds yet another clutch pick, and so they should be able to cap this. I don't think you want to let it get to overtime. You got to try to commit the bodies now and get those last couple seconds. But
Lenny, though.
Wait, they're doing it.
Yeah, respawns are too fast. Lenny takes down Blank. Without that 175 beam scout, it's a lot harder to actually get onto the point. This will be a defense. Remember, 3 seconds left on the overtime, so this gets capped up. It is over. Toy, it has to be Toy Rebel. It gets exploded. 1 HP on Honesty. They can't get it. That's a round one, barely in the favor of Team Fun. That one's down to the wire already.
I just don't know how that ends up happening.
Logan playing in Fast Fourth's main put so much pressure on Toy and Ether that instead of them just walking onto point, they ran out their own valley, which is just, it looked a little odd at the time.
Man, it's such a winnable round, and it's a tough pill to swallow when you know you're already down a map. But we're
Aggressive
on to
mid.
the next mid. And Joey Lemons bombs over the top, finds DT. Casper does go down though. Ether finds that kill. Toy is still alive, building at about 50%, but Joey Lemons up on China. Gotta be worried about him. Can't let him do anything too major. Just regroup. Yes, the mid goes in Team Fun's favor, but bring it back now with your Uber.
That's the BV light mid. You sack 5 players from that instead of 9. And they do get that Uber advantage coming through. Toy up on 90%. Even though they don't have the point, they'll be able to make a push happen here. Gotta watch out for Lenny. Posted up next to the rock here. He finds any entry. Things could get tight and dicey, but they already got people close up. ET looking for an opening. Soldier bombing onto the back lines. Joey does damage, but Jacob and Lenny are the ones who go down. Toy! He's done! Toy dropped! Joey found the rockets in the end anyway!
Oh man, that's rough. I mean, you had everything working in your favor now. I mean, yes, the point should get capped. Someone just finish it off. Yeah, there it goes. And now for Casper, though, sitting at a 70% ad, I think Team Fun have shown the ability to just walk forward, take the point. Last time they took it, they used the Uber forward, and as Lenny takes Mujet down with a headshot, we'll see if the same thing happens now with Team Fun pushing the
point. Now
point.
that Mujet is dead, they're trying to dry this. They just want to push this point out without having to use their Uber, and it looks like it's working. DT caught out on the front lines. Joey Lemons having such big game impact finally gets shut down, but that is the capture without having to use. So now, inside of Fast Forward, they got to charge up 50 more % before they can get back into the round.
And so no aggressive push this time out from them, and no forward hold, just because they didn't have the player advantage to do so. They are getting their couple respawns in just a second. Joey Lemons, Honesty, and Hyphen, all the reinforcements on the way as Mujet takes down Hunter. The Uber comes in. Bellin doing a good job making sure to neutralize it as the rest of the players group up. And Toy at 95%. We're going to see this come out pretty soon.
Look at the pressure there. DT and Blank are doing tons of work on this point to shove people back. Ether bombing over the top, finds Casper all alone. Ether gets a med pick whenever he wants to. Free Uber now comes out from the side of Fast Forward. They use it to clean up everybody on the point. Mujet just takes down Logan at insult to injury. That was an insane shot, by the way, on the falling scout. Another headshot right off to Hunter helps get him killed. Point had, Uber advantage had. This could flip very quickly.
Yeah, this is now forward hold over towards concrete. Just got to be a little bit careful sometimes. Here comes Jacob, gets the backstab onto DT before going down, but a few more picks go in the favor of Fast Forward.
This pause is for.
Oh, come on. We had so much momentum going on, and we're getting a pause. It's got to be a tech, I'd have to assume.
This is such a dicey situation for the combo of Fast Forward. Dolphin, can you get me a zoom out real quick? They are stuck here on concrete. They have Honesty on their front side, and they have a Demoman and a Scout rushing them from the point side. Not to mention Hyphen and his minions building to deny Blank. Blank has no HP. He has to back off because of the minion's way. They could just get exploded here by this pinch. There's already a sticky in the air on its way to Mujet. Mujet's not scoped up either. He can't one-shot anyone right now. If you have a combo of Fast Forward here and you explode here, Toy dies, you lose Uber Leapfrog, it's so demoralizing and your chance of winning the round decrease a lot.
Yeah, let's see. I mean, Jay is in a position that, I mean, depending on... Oh, okay, well, the unpause happens. We'll see exactly how it goes down. Melon, looks like they were aware, so Melon does reflect the stickies, and they back out.
There, and
it was so close, yeah.
Sammy came in.
Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. Well, living on the edge right there, and they do manage to hang on to everything. The point should go in Team Fun's favor, but with slight Uber ad, I don't know, they got to try to play this advantage pretty quickly if they want to get in and use without Casper being able to respond.
Headshot onto Joey Lemons, needs to jump back. DT now going forward the Uber, tries to line down on Casper, doesn't get it. Great flash by Toy to save DT once again, does get a kill onto Jacob, and now counter Uber is out here for the side of Team Fun. Sin Karma has a carpet ahead of him. DT though gets a kill onto Honesty. Sin ends up going down as well. He almost had a bunch of kills, but instead they get almost nothing. It's just DT getting sniped on the back out. Blank headshot by Lenny. A big double up on those classes to keep them off the point.
Yeah, Blank being down also hurts Mujet. 5K. 6K takes down Lenny and Logan. This has got to be the opportunity now with those picks in their favor. Yes, some of their damage classes are up, but Joey Lemons just fell. Sin Karma and Hunter on the point, trying to deny as much as they can as Honesty comes in the back lane, and just all of a sudden, bunch of picks go for Team Fun. So even though they had the advantage of those couple players being down, they weren't able to capitalize.
Oh, that pause was for Honesty disconnect. It looks like he's kind of just AFK on the point. Yeah, he's back in now on the pause. So yeah, Honesty disconnected for a second there. Didn't really matter in the end. So now, if you are the side of Fast Fourth, you got to get onto this point. Both meds have Uber. You're down a minute and a half. You need to win this one clean and keep the hold going. Otherwise, down 0-2 at the start. Mujette opening things up, taking Joey Lemons down. Uber exchange coming across the point. Mujette still getting more kills. The unflashed demo taken down in an instant. Poseidon the only trade in return. So now, man advantage for Fast Fourth. This should be their point for the taking.
Yeah, people are on the point. They're getting a little bit of capture time. It looks like overtime is going to be in effect for Team Fun. Oh, hold on. Logan
Honesty
jumps on the point, takes down Rebel. Honesty, yeah, doing some damage, putting in the work. Hunter gets is there to deny as well. I think
and Casper's dead to a revolver in the backline as well, so no heals coming through. This is turned into a sack mission.
Lemon.
Here comes the soldier. Toy taken low. Toy trying to dip and dodge. Pipe's not landing, but Hunter WM1's Toy as she runs into the connector for the pack. Spawns in favor of Fast Fourth, but they don't have the players at the moment. Melon very low, no heals. Mini Sentry keeping him off the point. Rebel doing his best to take him down. It is going to be the gun Mini going down. They have not capped quite yet, though. Remember, it's overtime. They have to capture. Jay-Z needs some picks here. Lenny standing tall on the rock. Here comes Jay-Z. Big demo pick. They're trying to get onto it. Lenny piped down. This should be a capture for Fast Fourth, but reinforcements are here. Honesty, 450 heavy on top of the point. So is Poseidon. He will go down. This should finally be the capture, but again, more reinforcement. Jay-Z cloaks back up, gets Casper on it. Here comes Ether and finishes off Logan, and they do manage to keep the round alive.
Yeah, Jacob goes in, gets a backstab up to Mujette. That's a huge pick as Hyphen and Hunter do fall, but all of this just to get the point. Now they have to hold for a minute and a half, pretty much uncontested, because if as soon as the point potentially goes in Team Fun's favor, this round is over. So that's what they're going to be looking for, and that's what Fast Fourth have to contend against.
So they're not afraid of snipers. Here comes the soldier over the top. Jay-Z already dead. Damage being dealt by Joey Lemons, and he gets Toy over the top. Such a nuisance. This is going to be the capture in for Team Fun, and they go up 2-0 on product.
High octane.
Yeah, and that like the first round was obviously basically double overtime, 3 seconds left on the timer. That one a minute left, but still that round had so many fine margins where a couple players living and dying is the difference between holds lasting longer. It's just Team Fun able to get forward, able to get kills, even if Mujette is being a menace to them, even if Jay-Z is finding some crucial picks, even if Ether finds Casper whenever he wants, they're just winning the key fights.
Yeah, and I think that ending right there just kind of shows it, because despite the fact that they looked in a solid position to continue holding, Joey Lemons bombs over the top, just disrupts enough that players have to turn around to deal with him, because they want to protect their medic, and Joey still manages to find the kill, turns enough players around that Team Fun were able to jump on the point and just finish off the capture and take this 2-0 into the half.
It is happening again.
What, pray tell, is it?
Fast Fourth, more Ubers, more frags, lose.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the frags across the board. Poseidon actually has 17 on Fast Fourth. He's getting a ton of cleanup done. Mujette, 17 of his own. 500 DPM again. If Mujette's going to drop 500 DPM on every map in Grand Finals, you'd expect the team to win some, Like, yeah, you got one round, but on product, it should be mattering a lot more than it really is. But yeah, Fast Fourth, they get these kills, like you're saying. They have more kills, they have more Ubers. This time, the more Ubers is actually just due to Casper dying a lot more than Toy. I say a lot more, 2 more, but the deaths were more spaced out.
Toy did have 2 drops, though, so it could have been 9-6. I mean, you figure,
2 drops,
if that happens, right, you're probably looking at least 1 round. Were they both in the same round? No, they were split up, too. So theoretically... I mean, in both drops...
First round was a 3-second diff. The drop is definitely a difference maker.
Yeah, I mean, and I know, Zach, you weren't there, but Vox, you can maybe back me up on this, because what I'm seeing is that Fast Fourth is playing at a similar level. I'd argue that Fast Fourth is even playing at a better level than we saw against Blinky, if only because of Mujette's performance. But Team Fun is not sitting 6 people behind house when Toy and Mujette are dead.
Right.
Which is what Blinky, kind of had some problems with playing the objective. Team Fun is not letting them make the same mistakes they made against Blinky and get away with it. I mean, there are players who are stepping up on Team Fun, or on Fast Fourth, I mean, Mujet being number one there, right? But as Zach said, Poseidon's doing a lot right now. I mean, what was I going to say? Rebel has honestly had a pretty solid game as well. Jay-Z's gotten some really key picks, but they're just getting outplayed as a team. I mean, those little openings where, you know, you do have those 2 drops on Toy, where if Toy's able to get it off the Uber in the first half, we're still playing it. You know, it's 1-1.
Oh my god, we got a crabtastic.
There we go. All right. And on a nice sweater too. Everyone likes a nice sweater.
Oh, so that font's not in Comic Sans this time, Dolphin? I see, okay.
Go to shop.rgl.gg and you can get crabtastic on a sweater yourself, just like Dolphin.
Yeah, and for Fast Forward, this halftime adjustment has to come in, you know, hard, because at this point, 2 rounds is the difference between going home right now. It really is just last chance now. You can make one more mistake of a round in this map at all, and considering the fact that you're already down 2, it's not looking great. Again, you have the pieces there. You have a bunch of players having good to great level games. It's just about putting it together as a team and winning when it counts. The drops are unfortunate. If not for the drop in the first round, you probably are tied 1-1, and we're still playing first half. But it is last chance. You got to do it right here, right now, Fast Fourth. Gonna be loading up into the second half, same team colors.
Yeah, definitely opportunity here to even things up. They just got to take it over the finish line. So we'll see. We've seen the soldiers do great things, bombing over the top. Ether's already behind enemy lines. Lenny, yeah. Don't need the soldier when he can do that.
Dead,
oh, wow, yeah.
The walk forward ends up working. They just get so much damage down. It's an 8-man kills. Make it a 9-man. That's an ace mid for the side of Fast Forward. Even if your med gets sniped at the start, hit that W key, go forward, get a bunch of kills. Ether's flank is perfect. The snipes, the decloaks, the heavy walking across, DT's stickies, it all combines and the enemy team explodes.
Can't even keep track of everything happening when all of a sudden you just look at the kill feed and like 7 people have died in 3 seconds.
He's gonna
just I don't know, headphones weren't loud enough or just too much going on in the comms to hear the decloak right behind him. But Toy honestly finds Toy just as the heavy. I don't.
The med died of that heavy there.
Yeah, I didn't exactly.
Been like a body shot or something. I wasn't.
And to spray across the map, something like that. But it will be Casper now with probably a 60-70% advantage by the time Toy can charge again. It's going to be a free point given over as well. No one's in position to sack forward and deny. They're going to try to get on. Melon hits a right click. Jay-Z's dead in the meantime. DT, half HP, looking a lot from 6 over. Does find Logan. No scout onto this one. Stalling for a decent amount of time, actually, but will eventually get capped up by Team Fun here. And their honesty is going to go down. Spawn gets extended. They're going to keep fighting.
Yeah, and although I want to say Casper, you know, has pretty heavy Oh, actually, yeah, Uber gets used. Oh, something pushed them back. I think maybe stickies or something like that prevented them from moving forward. So the Uber mostly gets neutralized. All 9 players up. Blank almost has the cap, goes forward looking for a kill.
Heal Blank! He burns out on the rock without a scout. They can't get any cleanup. It's gonna be DT here. Jay-Z does find Sin Karma, and with DT cleaning up Logan, no scout demo on the other side. You've secured this for yourself. Don't need Blank this time around. Capture now in their favor. They have a time lead. It's about 40 seconds and climbing with an Uber as well. This is a good start for the side of Fast Forward.
Gotta look out though. Jacob is behind on top of the house going in. Oh, it looks like he takes out the teleporter, and all right, I thought maybe he's gonna go for a frag onto Toy. Instead, it's just gonna be Team Fun pushing forward, managing to
Blank. Ether, he's in, looking for Casper. One more rocket would do the job. He's dead. Casper gets the pack, ends up staying alive. That's crucial for the side of Team Fun here to not drop that Uber leapfrog. Blank headshot on his way out. It will be capture and full Uber ad back in favor of Team Fun.
Yeah, but I'm worried. Jay-Z is looking, and Ether is up. So we've seen Casper might not be long for this world, but playing very tight with the combo. Hunter's right there, spy checking, ready to reflect on the
Casper, great reflect.
Oh, there you go. The Uber still does get used aggressively. Maybe take down one. They take down the sentry. So I mean, kind of a defensive Uber there, but they managed to hold them off for a little bit. Toy building at about 70% should be able to go in about 15 seconds or so, and we'll see. Mujet, I don't know, we haven't called his name yet, really, much besides the mid. We'll see if he can find a clutch pick here.
Lining up Toy, 50% Uber add to work with here. Both teams 9 alive. Mini gonna go down early. No Scout. Or Scout can be able to pressure onto that one. Jay-Z, he's in behind. He's calling the locations. Uber gonna come across here trying to find kills on Casper, but caught out. Not able to get that kill is Jay-Z. And Uber doesn't get anything. They get the space, the cap, but there's definitely a recontest coming in here from Team Fun. They got pressure come through the connector. Jacob's dead. Joey's dead. They don't pick up their kills. They do find Blank from across map minigun snipe. Poseidon eating his sandwich, gets saved by DT. Uber forced in return. Numbers advantage for the side of Fast Forward, but Toy eats the sticky on the exit. Sin Karma with a great snipe to get that medic pick, and they're gonna get Casper again.
Poseidon's still going in. Casper gets tagged down pretty low from Ether's bomb. They do have the point. They managed to protect Casper. Poseidon was pushing up over towards concrete side as Jay Yeezy was going in on the med too, but good protection there. They're gonna hold the Uber advantage. Under a minute now. Team Fun have put the time in their favor, and they're looking good to hold this.
DT trying to walk caution side, get some damage laid down. It's a 30% Uber dis ad for them, but it's a drive for now. DT, he's dead in the very start. Sin Karma traded, and Ether once again finds the kill onto Casper via that bomb front side this time. Now they have the point control for Fast Forth. They need some spawners to help try and defend. There's a heavy flanking them. They will take care of that when it costs Melon her life. It's now a medic and an engineer trying to defend against Logan here. Toy, he wants out, she wants out, trying to get out through main. Logan chasing, but they will manage to keep that Uber charge for now. 76-80% for the side of Fast Forth. They got some time off that clock, but they have to make another successful push and defense work.
Yeah, just not enough players around Toy to be able to protect that point. So smart play to back out, have 100%. Sort of forward hold from Team Fun, but a slight bit of resistance. They're going to back out. Yeah, they had to Uber just to get out. So now you've got to try to convert this into kills. Mujette just respawning, and so far nothing being found.
Casper 2 rocketed by Ether. No heals for the side of Team Fun. They got to sack onto it. DT is dead. No demo. Joey, his return shut down by Blank. Blank with a beam. He could kill everything here. Mujette helps out, takes down that big heavy, and they are going to be able to get this capture. Mujette doubles up onto Sin Karma. Key class is doing work when it matters most. Gets Lenny on the fadeaway. Why not?
Yeah, there you go. We hadn't really needed to say Mujette's name so far in this half. He finds a 3K, and that could be what they need to bring this first round for them over the finish line. 50 seconds. It is overtime for Team Fun, so same thing applies. If they cap it, this round is over. Sin Karma bomb.
Oh no, Toy again. Melon gets a double reflect, but in vain. They lose their medic at the worst possible time. You think after they had that drop on the same spot, they would have been wary of the same explosive double sack, but finds smart again, and that's gonna put Team Fun in the driver's seat here. They have big advantage. They have spawners on 3, and now ready to walk forward and take that round.
Yeah, Toy is up and still on Medigun, so no quick fix, no crit streak. Taking point right now is Team Fun, trying to deny. We got DT and Poseidon putting in as much work as they can, but just overwhelmed, and it's 3-0 right now in the favor of Team Fun.
I really hate when your med stands on that rock, especially when it's been shown that they will just bomb onto your head and to rocket you. You have no vision as medic there. You are completely relying on your team to call the bomb early and to deny the bombers. There's nothing you can do if you're standing in that spot. I just really don't like the positioning that Fast Forward put their medic in there. It will be now 3-0 for Team Fun, championship point round.
Yeah, this could be the last round of this 15th season of RGL Highlander. Casper did get taken down pretty low from Ether on the bomb, but managed to survive. But Toy does not survive. Lenny with the body shot takes down the opposing medic, so this mid should go in Team Fun's favor, and Casper is going to stay alive and healthy. Blank behind the point. Ether bombing in too. Oh!
Reflected.
I thought.
Hunter doing the work. And be able to save his medic there. Now Logan walks forward on flank, gets the cleanup, easy 3K at the end of that round. Joey is the casualty, but not that big one. He'll be able to get a spawn up, teleport, a rocket jump, whatever. Uber held now by Casper. Sack has to come in. They need to get this Uber charge out of Casper's hands here. I don't see, they're gonna try to buff Ether up, see if he can get a bomb off the cliff side. They need to get this Uber charge once again. It is 9 men up for both sides. Lenny standing posted on this rock, ready for anything incoming, and they're gonna walk up into pocket.
Yeah, coming forward to see what they can get. And you know, a little bit of time on the point.
Great
Lenny and Logan
sticks.
both down.
Nice.
Yeah, solid, solid there. Team Fun are going to use their
to
Uber.
Jacob's clutches, and Jacob gets it! Toy just flew into his face, and he hits the revolver shot on the fadeaway. Oh, that's such a good play. They know if they use aggressively, the combo's too far forward, you can catch that medic out, and Team Fun just completely take advantage of the situation. Granted, they will lose that point. Casper dies on the retreat. Jay-Z found a really crucial return kill, but time is taking a minute off the clock.
Yeah, and the few players down for Fast Fourth, waiting for those respawns, for the reinforcements to come in, but not bad. Having Blank and Poseidon here, you know, that's not a bad position to be in. They just got to be careful because Joey now coming out of concrete, trying to just harass. Ether is there to protect and is going to take down Joey, but time going on the point, Logan just takes it basically for free. Maybe just didn't feel... Sorry, Fast Fourth just didn't feel like they had the numbers to contest it, but they are going to jump right back on point.
Here's the sack in from Sin Karma, looking for it, doesn't quite get much damage down. In the meantime, though, Blank has gone down to Hyphen Shotgun. Will be a decent enough denial to keep Toy safe in that pocket area. They will get the cleanup, and Ether just keeps farming Casper. I feel like a round has not passed where Ether has not gotten at least one medic kill, if not more. Oh, Toy.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so close. Joey needed one more well-placed rocket, but not to be. Toy does keep that Uber.
And this point does just get capped now, so you know, about a minute they can shave off of the clock, which is very doable here for Fast Fourth with their medic up with 100% and good ad. You just got to really be careful now because you know, it's just going to become the bomb Toy show. And Jacob up on Cliff is going to go drop stab.
Send Toy flying with Uber backstab, but they will try to get in deep, trying to get some kills. Jacob, Lenny, Hunter are the casualties, but Casper, importantly, still alive and out. They will be able to walk back in onto Pocket. A lot of damage able to be done here by this demo man. Sin Karma, though, taken down, just shredded by the minigun of Poseidon. Joey dead as well. No explosive at all available for Team Fun. And just like that, they have nothing going. They will have to get this Uber and repush.
Yeah, about 50% ad for for Casper and Team Fun. So I think that they're probably going to use relatively quickly. They haven't been afraid to do so before, and it's exactly what's going to happen. A lot of space being taken right now. So even if they haven't found the frags, they have the point. And Fast Fourth are going to try to recontest, but just not going to have the bodies
Hunter, Sin Karma dead. They're getting collapsed on Ether. Another bomb in. Logan's dead. Casper does manage to surf away this time, trying to escape through main. Blank sees it, but not going to go for it. Chooses Lenny instead. A wise choice for the time being, as an recapture comes in for Fast Fourth. Toy up on a 60% Uber ad. Time even on the clock. This could be their first round, and they need it to be too.
Yeah, this is very doable, and now a bit of a forward hold as well as DT takes down all the engineer stuff.
So Jacob, he misses the stab. Sack comes in. It's going to be Joey getting the rocket. They do get that Uber force out of Toy. That's a big play because now Uber advantage back in favor of Team Fun.
Yeah, Poseidon goes down. Jacob does find a backstab onto the heavy. So if you're Fast Fourth, I think you've got to back up here. You don't want to lose much more because you've already lost your heavy and demo. That's exactly what they're going to do. Just make sure Mujet's buffed up and maybe he can find a clutch pick or two. But Casper is at 100%.
Jacob, really big opener there to trade for Mujet. That's exactly what you need out of him because now floodgates are open. Casper does not have to be afraid of the sniper, able to walk for the Uber. Jay-Z, 2K, Sin Karma, Lenny going down. There's already 4 dead before the Uber pops off. Melon gonna be able to deny, and all of a sudden, this Uber's not looking great for the side of Team Fun.
Yeah, Poseidon is posted up on the crates, manages to continue to deny. Casper gets an Uber saw. If Jay-Z wasn't cloaked, it looks like it might have bumped him up 25%. Not a bad spot to be in. Blank gets backstabbed by Jacob. 5 seconds left on the clock here as Team Fun
keep him alive. Honesty, no one he can kill. Poseidon gonna clean up with a 2K. Just the last players alive. Lenny making a desperate run for it, but there it is. First round of product. Every comeback starts with 1 point.
I mean, this would just be taking it to the extreme. Being down a map, being down 3 rounds.
The full reverse sweep. Let's see.
I would love to see them come back a little bit on this map. Make this, last time they played it, it was a 4-2. Maybe they're looking to improve on that just a bit. But with their backs against the wall, Fast Fourth have shown, the ability to still fight.
seen a mid go in each team's favor. This time, Sin Karma Hunter go down instantly. Poseidon, Mel, and DT get traded on, and Toy just floated. Hyphen runs forward with a shotgun, gets 2 cleanup kills onto the combo. That mid started out with 2 lost players, but Team Fun just able to walk forward and hit all their shots. Aether coming in a bit late, looking for it. 1 HP, can't get the shot. So close, and there it is! Rebel, of all people, comes in, gets that engineer pick on the medic. I've seen him do that on product twice now in the playoffs.
You know, that it's just everyone can get involved in a sack wave. When you know your medic is down, there's no reason why not. You know, just go in. Maybe you'll get something. And solid from Rebel cleaning up just that last bit of damage to put the Uber in their favor. So, you know, now that the point is in the favor of Team Fun, looks like a little bit of a drive push.
Easy backstab, 2K onto DT. He makes it easy, but Jay-Z, he kills Casper too. Both meds getting spied in the back, and now neither team has kills, but more kills in the favor of Team Fun. Lenny as well still standing tall on the rock, dominating Mujet. Now 4 SBS wins in a row. Team Fun gonna keep control.
Yeah, Toy is back up faster, obviously, because they don't have points. So already building, gonna have a little bit of advantage here as kind of pushing out over towards Japan. I think, you know, you're ready to just get right on point. Blank is moving forward. DT is putting sticks down. Save Blank. Toy is gonna make sure to keep the scout alive. Letting honestly Hunter down.
Ooh, great shot by Mujet. Denies Logan. One more scattering shot. Toy 1 HP. It's a sticky. Needs to stay safe. No sandwich in the vicinity. They will keep Toy alive at that 60%. Capture gonna be able to come in. That one was narrow margins, but they do keep Toy alive, which keeps their chances in the round alive.
Yeah, that's really scary. Got dropped down way low and didn't want to back out all the way to pack, so manages to get the sandwich. And now a forward holds here from Fast Fourth. They got to be a little bit careful, you know, playing.
They lost Ether.
Playing in sticky spot.
That's just 3 dead.
Yeah.
Playing so far up. Sin Karma on her tail, gonna try to hit the pipe, will pop out of fear, but DT, he goes down, he eats the pipe instead, and just like that, 4 dead. Uber not able to even do anything. They're just gonna have to get out of dodge. They were so far forward, but fled way too many players.
Yeah, and at this point, you want to make sure Casper has to use that Uber. You're already down on the clock. You don't want them just be able to sit on it for as long as they want. You know, we have seen Team Fun get aggressive and use the Uber to see, you know, if they can grab a pick or two. But, you know, again, maybe you have some time for a sack wave. We'll see Ether probably bombing in just a second. But some good damage coming out. Honestly, Lenny both down. The Uber does get used, and we'll see if anything comes from it. Just Poseidon dead. And but otherwise, you know, time to leap point.
But it will be Fast Fourth able to walk out here. Punter walking at Toy, and then she eats a pipe. Sin Karma gets that medic pick on the med. Ether trying for one of his own, but he goes down. Can't quite get the last amount of damage. Sin Karma, the only other kill managed by Fast Fourth right here. They will get the point capture, but continuing at this Uber disadvantage. It's only a matter of time till they lose. They need some big plays.
Yeah, Mujet gets picked up, and then Lenny, nice headshot onto Blank to neutralize the scout. The point goes right back in the favor of Team Fun. Under a minute, 50 seconds, and we could be crowning a champion of Season 15 Highlander here in RGL. So we'll see. Team Fun just need to clutch up. We've seen Fast Fourth have the ability to continue to make these rounds competitive. Now this is one to where you really have to break it.
Yep. Casper on this Uber. If he does not drop this, things are going to get really hairy for Fast Fourth here. Damage being taken on the front lines. Poseidon very low as his DT eats a headshot. Uber aggressively coming out from Team Fun here, looking for the kills. DT surfs out onto the cliff. Jacob, he's there looking for something, will end up going down. Uber really only gets Ether, but now it's about walking back in. Toy, low HP, has to go anyway. Mujet on this cliff. They need kills. They need to cap.
Yeah, you got to get forward. You can't wait for this Uber. You got to make sure you get at least a little bit of time. They are eventually going to use, and Blank's going to run forward. They have some time on the point.
Casper
There's
out
Casper
of dodge already.
all the way out.
Yep. Ether finds Lenny, finds Logan, but it's not the target he needed. Now Casper up on 30% ad. It's not a huge amount. If Toy can kite it out, there may be hope. But
Casper goes down.
Ether on the re-jump. Casper walked out way too early. Just wait for your team.
Oh boy, I mean, Ether, we've seen him come up clutch time and time again. If that ends up being a pick, you know, this is where momentum could really swing. Mujet goes down, which could be Karma bombing over the top. All right, he's gonna go down. We've seen him get a couple of picks on Toy doing that, so I got nervous seeing him fly through the air.
And round is alive. Toy safely able to get up on the Uber charge. Mujette, though, is dead. Lenny being a big threat over on Cliff. They cannot retreat without crossing Lenny's line of sight. And they know it. They're just going to use immediately when they get to try and go forward, get some kills. Not found anything. They find Honesty. Heavy too slow to get out, but that's all. Jacob will go down the back lines, but only 2 kills. That's not enough, especially with Casper up on 70%. Lenny peeking. Logan will go down to Blank's Cleaver. That Cleaver's claimed numerous lives, but gonna need to get some more.
Yeah, everyone up for fast fourth now, and Logan about to
Big
respawn. So
headshot.
Lenny, Hunter, Joey all go down. You know, Casper could use this Uber, but I think you might consider waiting just for more bodies. 50 seconds left. I mean, there isn't a supreme rush to do it.
Alone. He's just dead. You cannot have your dome man die there. They do get the force early, so that's silver lining, but without a demo, how much hope do you really have here? Poseidon in the connector, hunted down, taken down. He will die as well as Ether taken down. Here's Joey Lemons in the back lines. People flooding the point. All Team Fun colored. Jay-Z and Blank in behind. Can they do anything? Blank, one. He needs more. Blank needs more kills, but he is dead. It's just Jay-Z here. DT on the respawn, looking for it. Demo man doing damage, looking for it, but they can't get on it in time. And that will be it. 4-1 in favor of Team Fun. They are your Season 15 Highlander Invite champions.
Oh man, I thought just for a second when Toy got the solemn vow kill onto Joey, I was like, you know, here comes the Uber. Maybe there's a chance, but just overwhelmed. And congratulations to Team Fun. I mean, such an awesome, very fun match to watch. But they are your Season 15 champions.
And deserving champions as well. They've been the best team throughout the entire season. The only rounds they dropped were in playoffs. I think a total of 4 rounds over the entire season. At this point, 2 here, 2 in the upper brackets. So definitely definitive champions. Best Highlander team we have here. It's not close, and yeah, definitely another crown for Demento.
Yeah, I mean,
No one
it's
can
just
take out this old man.
He's gonna keep going until he can't no more. That's all I know.
Well, you know, it's hard to, you know, we could get into the weeds, I guess, a little bit about, you know, specifics on this map, but I think we kind of laid out a little bit of a win condition, which it felt like, you know, Mujette continuing the game that he had before, which is, again, it's a lot to ask of one person, especially, you know, a map like Product. Yes, there's the ability to take over as a sniper, but it was clear that Team Fun came out with the, you know, a very clear game plan of neutralizing Mujette, and when he's, you know, to kill him, and when he's not dead, then make sure you're hiding. You know what I mean? Just don't give him the opportunities to take over the game. And, you know, Team Fun executed the game plan to perfection. They take it 4-1, and you know, they take the match.
Final logs of Season 15 on your screen. Shout out to DT, by the way. Put up a really solid performance. I think after the upper bracket finals match where Bull kind of outclassed him in almost every regard, seeing him be really good here is kind of assurance for the future, right? That, like, he can be a top Highlander demo man, and he can make it this far. He can lead a team this far from the DM perspective. Blank as well, monster game. We're used to that out of him by now. Definitely top number 1 or 2 best scout in the league, you know, with Logan being on the other side.
Out of those 5 rounds, Team Fun only outfragged Fast Fourth in 1 of them.
What if it was the round they lost?
No, that would have been funny, but it was not. It was not. It was the 3rd round, and they only outfragged by 5. Which is speaks a lot to their team play. And again, I mean, we kind of mentioned it in Swiftwater, right? But they get so much value out of each pick. Like, I feel like something of a lost art almost, and I'm guilty of, like, not thinking of this way too, but, like, you know, numbers aren't just numbers. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like, you know, a sniper and a demo pick aren't necessarily made equal. You can do different things when they're down. And it feels like Team Fun gets a kill on any class, and they immediately know exactly how to play to capitalize on that class being down. It's not like sometimes, you know, a team will kill an engineer, and it's like, oh, they're 1 down. Whereas Team Fun's like, no, their engineer's dead, so we can edge the point more easily. You know, their pyro's dead, so we can spam them harder and maybe run a sack and coordinate something with a spy. They have 1 less person on guard duty. You know, just things of that nature, right? Where they're so just ruthless. They get one kill, and you give them an inch, they take it a mile. They don't even need to outfrag you to beat you, even on Koth.
Yeah, it's purely a team that just understands the fundamentals of Highlander better than anybody else right now, and that's the that's the deciding factor. Even if some classes are weaker in DM, even if some classes aren't having the best game, they'll just beat you by being better at the game. Also, I know we don't have a stat like a dedicated stats team, but I'm looking at the logs. People point out the medic stats here. Like Toy had a decent game overall. Both meds had moments where like, their positioning was a mistake, but you can't play the perfect game. I'm wondering about Casper because at the 45 death mark, is that the most amount of deaths a grand finals winning medic has ever had in the grand finals match?
Winning?
Yeah, winning. Has to be a winning medic.
No, because I bet there would have been more that win 3 maps.
Maybe, but even if it does
point.
go 3 maps, that's still with 45. That's 15 deaths a map. Isn't that just kind of a lot?
It is, but if you figure that of those maps, 2 of them are going to be payloads that go the full 3, I would wager that it's happened. Granted, right? If you take it on a per map, it's 22 deaths per map. Really, is there an Invite Grand Finals winning med that had 66 deaths? I doubt it. On a rate basis, yeah, I think this is probably it. Maybe I think it was season 10 when we saw the 3-2 on product with both meds running full-time crits. Maybe that compared, but I mean, it's you look at I'm looking at the combined logs, and to see a team out-frag another in Invite Grand Finals by 30 and really not ever have been close to even taking a map is crazy to me.
Yeah, and to be honest, like the Casper point as well. Like, I didn't say that to like flame him obviously because he played at an average to like above average game overall. But it just goes to show that, like, Team Fun, right? They don't need to beat you in the numbers. They'll just beat you in the server, right? Like, they'll be able to take advantage of you. Anything that is open, they can use it to get leads, win fights, and just get the timer to 0 or get the payload cart across the last point. It's just fundamental Highlander that they're just better at.
Yeah, and I mean, I would be very interested to just, know how much of that is behind Jacob's comms, because I almost feel like he's like, he was like, okay, these kids are forgetting that I can blow everyone else out of the water on Spy, because he's been playing whatever for the past couple seasons.
Yeah,
and
he's been making the Class World Tour, but back on the home one, and very much proving that his IGL skills probably unrivaled in Highlander.
Just seeing him on product, man, it awakens some memories. I think I remember someone rang him against like a main team, and he went like 52-9. He just, he's so good. And like, I mean, those, like we keep talking about, oh, they're winning despite being down frags. Jacob is most likely a very big reason behind that, because when you have a Spy, if you've never played with Jacob, it's really hard to kind of quantify how much
you can't
he
like
adds
visualize
from
his
the
impact
logs
unless you've been on a team with him.
You can play on a team with him, and like, sometimes I liken it to like the first time I played Medic for like a really good main calling demo. I was like, oh my god, I can just turn my brain off and just spy check. Like, I don't have to worry about, calling for my team. My demo will do it. But when you have a Spy that can almost do that for multiple players on your team, it's impressive. And I mean, there's very few, if anyone, that has ever been able to calm to the level that he has.
Yep, and with that, another season of Highlander comes to a close. Another trophy for Jacob and his band of merry men. Second place for Fast Fourth here. Commiserations, but, you played as good of a season as you realistically could. Took the only rounds off of Team Fun that could be taken the entire season. Showed up, got a second place out of it. Not a bad day's work, not a bad season's work. So I'm sure that all 18 of these players will be back in the server next season, whether it's all on the same teams they are now or if they shuffle the rosters a bit. Who knows? That's for that time to come, but we're just about ready to close things out here. One more call. Merch, RGL merch. We got a new set in very recently. Ton of great designs you can check out. From the cutesy ones like the snake and the spy crab to some that have really cool designs like the map-based ones. There's something for everyone there. Check out the RGL store. All the proceeds go towards helping RGL run as a league.
And the Pastime Cup as signups end, well, signups end today if you're on the
Today
East
now,
Coast.
yeah.
We're back on Tuesday Highlander to close out the season. So, I mean, honestly, even if you haven't played it, just go find 4 people, make a team, and just ball.
Just ball.
F it, we ball. That's exactly what that game mode is. I'm telling you, it's got a future. It's too much fun to not.
It's simply too good.
Yep, and that's going to about wrap it up here for us at RGL. Another great season. Thank you all for watching, as always. We'll be sure to be back for the next seasons of Highlander and Sixes. We'll keep you updated on the usual channels, the forums, Discord, all that stuff, about when those dates will be for signups for the season starts. Always keep in touch with that if you're interested. And yeah, any last words from you two?
Go for it, Alto.
All right, I want to give a shout out to everyone on Plan MB for falling for my bait and letting me play Jetpack this season. It was a very informative experience. And I want to give a shout out to my boys down on my Spy Isn't Steam debt down in Advance. Just forced a bracket reset tonight. So Season 15 is not over. I'm not sure when exactly the bracket reset's going to be, but always cool to see a bracket reset. Puts everything on the line. So good on them for coming back up.
Yeah, and always, as always, I like to shout out the teams. They put on a hell of a game for us to watch, and really awesome Highlanders. So, big shout out again for Team Fun taking the season, and for Fast Forth putting up a really awesome fight. And because I was yelled at today, shout out to Watterson. He watches all the time, and he says, "Why don't you shout me out anymore?" So, that's for you, bud.
And of course, one last shout out to our resident aquatic marine mammal behind the camera, as always. Dolphin does a great job with RGL. Production would not happen without him, so show your hearts in the chat, show your appreciation for Dolphin as another successful season comes to a close. No doubt he'll be back, whether he likes it or not, to do it again soon.
Yeah, you said production would not happen without him. Yeah, the last time, remember, he didn't show up. He couldn't make it to a cast. We just said, okay, no cast.
Yeah, and with that, season 15's over. You all can go home, enjoy your evening. Tuesday Night Highlander has ended, so be sure to check back for next season. We'll be sure to update you guys when that is. So from all of us at RGL, myself, Luxday, Alto, and Dolphin, as always, thank you and good night.